to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and Daywalker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast. Tonight, we have a special guest. Had a guest that had to cancel because they're on the campaign trail and whatnot. And a good friend of the show was able to get the Girl Dad official to jump in and hang with us tonight. He has a story to tell, like everybody we bring on always has a story to tell. So without further ado, brother, just go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm the Thegirldadofficial. I make funny videos on the internet that is completely anti-gender ideology. That's kind of what I enjoy doing now, ever since my daughter's school tried to have her do an assignment that made her pretend that she was a lesbian and that she was coming out.
Yeah, that seems to be the fucking norm in schools nowadays with brainwashing our kids, the alphabet mob, wanting to brainwash our kids and desensitize them from sexuality and sex in general, because in the end they want to do nefarious things to our children. That's just what it is. And you can't
Absolutely.
get it, and there's no other way to put it because that's the reality of it. That's what they want to do. Um, and sometimes you got to shock people with that, but it is what it is. We can't deny the fact that that's what's happening and has been happening for quite some time.
When they always say, "Oh, they're not coming. We're not coming after the kids." But everything they're doing, it says otherwise. Actions speak a lot louder than words.
Right.
But yeah, they did that. I ended up giving them the option to give me an actual response and everything like that. They chose not to. Told them I was going to take it to social media, so I I did. I actually contacted Fox News. They didn't pick up the story. Um, and then my social media posts blew up because of people like Kendall in Kentucky, that Patriot teacher, people like but Britt was one of them. But there's so many big creators that took my story and just ran with it, and it spread like wildfire. And then NBC
Right.
showed up to my house, and at first I'm like, I don't really trust you. You're NBC,
Yeah.
But the reporter had actually voted for Trump.
Hang on
So
one second. You guys are gonna. We're like, I don't know what the hell is going on the screen. You see that? Like the whole background just
no,
left us.
I
Do you still see
see.
it?
Yeah, I still see it. It's still there.
Still
At
there?
least for me, it is.
Yeah, I can't see it for whatever reason. One
Let's see.
second. We just want to make sure that. So it doesn't look white to you? It looks like white
No,
to me. Like you can
it's
actually see it.
yeah. It says "Break the Machine" podcast.
Holy shit, man. It's just completely I don't know what is
Let
going on, guys. There might be
let
a serious delay with Rumble because Rumble was rumbling tonight on trying to start. It wouldn't start to stream on time with YouTube, so there's probably going to be a significant delay. I apologize for that. That is Rumble. That is not us. And for whatever reason, I'm seeing like crazy shit on my screen, but he doesn't see it on his. All
no. It's normal on mine.
right, guys, we're gonna disappear for 1 second. I promise. Yeah, like what the hell? Do you see? I don't know what is going on. It's white to me. It's not white to you?
No, no. It has
The
the
background? All
the
right, we're just gonna
the
roll.
paintball spray.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
just for whatever reason, it's like it just
it's just on
disappeared
your
on me.
screen.
Yeah, it's I'm seeing it and it's absolutely just like batshit crazy. I don't know what's going on. Again, there's a significant delay on Rumble between Rumble and YouTube, so I apologize. So if I see your comments and it's after the fact, after we've talked about something, I promise we will get back to it and make sure we answer you. So
Noel,
so how so
Noel.
like
Hold
how
on,
does
hold on 1 second. Let me mute
it's
myself for a
okay.
second. Noel, stop it. I'm on
He's
a
got a house full of furries, guys. Not to be confused with people who want to be furries.
what? I'm on a podcast. Can you quiet them down, please? Sorry, my daughter
Yeah.
just got home from school, and
All right.
the dogs are excited to see her.
Yeah, you know how it is, man. The animals get all freaking happy when they see you and stuff like that. That's just
Oh
the way it
yeah,
is.
oh yeah.
You can't get around that. It's all good. You want them to be all excited. So the lag between the two streams is only 2 seconds. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan is our moderator on both YouTube and Rumble. He's been with me since the beginning. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's our resident commie killer. So when any trolls jump in, he absolutely has the authority to absolutely nuke them if they come in acting stupid. Actually, ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I told him anybody who steps in and is stupid, we're not even going to give them the light of day. We're not going to give them any burn. They don't deserve it because they don't want to. They don't want to freaking coexist with us. So what the hell? Whatever. We don't need them
Yo,
anyway. Um, so how did this start? And what grade was your daughter in that they were pushing this shit?
it was ninth grade, and
So
the
high school.
it was called freshman seminar, which was a mandatory class that the kids had to take. The
Hmm.
sad part about it, though, is when I called, they said yes, it's a mandatory class, and then they told me it was an elective,
Hmm.
which is conflicting verbiage. The an elective is something that you elect to take,
Correct.
while mandatory is you have to take it.
Right.
And thankfully, my daughter said "fuck no" and walked out the classroom. So that was pretty awesome. I was pretty proud of her. And then now she's at a oh my gosh, what's it called? Not a public
Private
school,
school.
but a charter school.
Charter school. Okay.
Yeah. Not private, because that's a little bit too rich for my blood. But she's
Yeah.
at a charter school now, and she seems to really like it.
We're having issues with the Rumble chat. So you're gonna have to, if you want to, brother, pull up the show on the side on your computer and Rumble, so in case you see
Yep.
any questions. Because chat,
Yeah,
I
for
told you we're
sure.
having some issues. The only people we see is YouTube for whatever reason. The
Let me do
Rumble
that real
chat is
quick. Hold
not.
on. I'll mute it.
Yeah.
Rumble.
Rumbling again. It gave me a hard time. This what do you call it? Getting on. So it took me some time, but I apologize. If you're on Rumble, I can't see your chat. I can see your chat because I actually have it up. I have it playing on the side. So like I will go back and forth to make sure we don't miss you guys. So ninth grade freshman seminar. All right. First thing out of there. First thing for off the jump is now was this supposed to be a scenario of them coming out as a lesbian? Is that how it worked?
Correct, yeah. And so that's here. I'm bringing up the chat real quick. Hold on one sec. Um, there we go.
All right. Just so you can see them, just in case, people are chatting in Rumble. Again, for
Yep.
whatever reason, Rumble is rumbling tonight and I can't see the Rumble chat. I apologize. So it did give me a hard time. Jonathan said there's only a 2-second lag, which is good. It did give me a hard time for whatever reason. And whatever. Rumble's a pain in the ass. Love them. Great freaking platform for free speech and everything, but they still got some growing pains they need to work out. Um,
Don't they
so
all?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And your daughter says, "Fuck that! Not taking part of this." Walked out. Did they?
She
Did they
walked.
come
Yep.
after her?
No, they just kind of let her walk out of the classroom, and then that was that. That's when I went to the principal. I contacted him. He emailed me back saying, "Oh, I'm on family vacation. I'll have someone else reach out to you." No one did. Ended
Of
up
course
going
not.
to the superintendent, who failed to reach out to me at all the entire time. We ended up sending some demand letters with an attorney, and once we did that, they ended up just ignoring the demand letters. We were asking for all assignments that were given to children at public school from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, so they could
Mhm.
go through and see if there's any other gender ideology bullshit that they're trying to teach our kids. We found out that they're teaching them the gender unicorn, which is just stupid.
I think I've seen
Uh,
that.
yeah,
Explain that
that's
a little bit.
so the gender unicorn is just a purple unicorn that wears like a tutu. And it was I can't remember the
I can't get any
it's
fucking more flaming
Travis
than that.
something, yeah, it's Travis something or other that made this dumb thing, right? And
Right.
now public schools have adopted it, and the fact that they are adopting something like this is just insane. And it's like,
So
why would you adopt this shit when like you say you're not coming after the kids, but then this is the type of material you're teaching kids. That's not like teach math, science, history, taxes, trade,
don't
like
teach
teach
that
that
shit.
shit in school. Like don't fucking teach gender ideology. Don't teach about sex. Leave that to the parents. That's our job,
Yeah.
you know?
Again, they've been going at it for a very long time. Well, my followers have heard me say on more than one occasion that the Marxist left has been at it since the late 19th century in our country. They
Yep.
played the long game and have absolutely infiltrated every institution in America, and especially our educational system, because that's where they have flourished, right? Like we have
Yeah.
Marxists left and right. Now they're overtly open about it because Obama made that happen. He made it okay. Like
I mean, look at Chris
he
Valenti,
made
dude.
it look cool to them. All right. But then they just started becoming even more. And then obviously under the last administration, we saw what happened there. Uh, and with
Or
the
lack
rise of
thereof, I should say.
that is true. And with the rise of the progressive left overtly being, you know, Marxists out in the open because they used to hide it, slide it in there, and whatnot and everything. It's just been a disaster, and it's sad to see that our kids, again, like I said, this isn't about teaching kids about any kind of inclusion. I'm going to put that in quotes or anything like that. It is just about doing nefarious things to your children because they want to desensitize them from sex and sexuality, so that when something obviously horrible is happening to them, they can't figure out that that's what's happening to them and
Well, they
stuff,
also
right?
don't think it's
Because
wrong at that point. Like you said, it desensitizes them, so they're just like, oh well, nothing here is wrong. This is just fine. This
yeah,
is
this is
normal.
normal. It's
Yeah,
normal
and
behavior.
that's the shit that I can't stand. Oh Jesus, my kitten's trying to kill me.
Hi Nina, how are you? The what do you call it? The Rumble chat is not coming up. Sorry. Rumble was rumbling today on the way in. It gave me a hard time getting in, so I apologize. But I am going back and forth. to
Yeah,
see.
I'm doing the same.
And Jonathan said that if there's any questions, he will cut and copy and paste it from Rumble over to YouTube for us, so that way we can see it. That's the only thing we see, unfortunately, guys. So once again, I don't know what is going on with them, because like I don't even see the follow, like who's watching and stuff like that. On
Yeah, I only
we
see
got
that. I see
yeah, we
there's
got
3 people on YouTube and 0 on Rumble right now.
yeah. There's actually 6 people on Rumble right now watching. You
Yep.
know, yeah.
Yeah,
So
when I'm
like
on there, I'm one of them.
yeah, I don't know
And
what the fuck the deal is, but it is what it is. Yeah, you're one of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
so well,
it's a
so I
pain
can
in the
bring it
ass.
up and watch the chat.
It is a pain in the ass. Um, I just it bugs me when they get little bugs like this, because then it just ruins everything. Well, it doesn't ruin it, because we're gonna keep going no matter what. We're gonna drive through.
Yeah.
Um, Now I know you said you have a couple of children, a couple of little girls. Is now are they both in a charter school, or did the other one have to go
N-
through it too?
No, no, the other one, she wanted to go to that school because of all of her friends. So,
Right,
but then I opted her out of all that bullshit. So that was one of the things is I never got an opt-out letter from the school to say, hey, do you want your kids to be in these types of classes?
correct.
And so they just did it willy-nilly. And then with my other daughter, I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. And they already know, they know who I am. They do not like me
Of
by
course
any
not.
means, because I'm like, I'm not going to be quiet about it. Like, the fuck you mean? And so
Yeah,
then, like, I went to that high school. So it's my alma mater. I
right.
wrestled there. They needed wrestling coaches. They won't even let me coach at the school because of this whole bullshit. So now they're punishing other children who could use tutelage because they
Right.
don't like that I called them out on their bullshit.
I mean, do they even have a wrestling coach at this point, or no?
Yeah, yeah, it's actually one of my good buddies.
Oh, that's good. At least
Yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
there doing
Yeah,
it.
it's a guy I wrestled with for, since we were little kids. So they're in good hands,
Yeah.
but he was like, "Hey, I need help." Now my brother's actually going to go help because he doesn't have a bad rap with them. So,
Wow. Well, that's good.
yeah,
And he doesn't have them. Then they're not zeroing in on him. So I guess he can freaking take the time and give it to you.
exactly.
Just so you know, since you have the Rumble up on your side too, I don't know if you see the Rumble bot in there.
I, yeah, I see the Rumble
All
bot.
right. So if you talk to the Rumble bot, okay, he will answer you in Darth Vader.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do I have to say something with my
Yeah.
voice?
No, no. If you like, you type in something that you want to ask, or just if you insult it, it'll respond. Just want to give you a heads up on that. You can have a
You're
little fun with
retarded.
that too. Yeah, yeah. He freaking he. uh,
That's fucking great.
yeah.
You're a bitch,
Insult Insults are the weapon of the weak. Embrace strength and purpose.
dude. That is hilarious.
Jonathan has a lot of fun with the Rumble bot. He's always messing with the Rumble bot.
I
And
kind
I
of
can
he has to have some way to pass his time other than listening to us yap.
yeah, well he actually mods for like 17 other creators at the same time. It's just insane how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Like he literally will have 5 people on one night, okay, or more sometimes, and
He's
he
all
handles it
all at
all
the same time.
just by all at the same time.
Dude,
Um,
that's
and we
impressive, Jonathan.
yeah, and we also he does he built the server so that we can do movie night on Discord.
Oh,
We're
that's
also on
sick.
Discord, by the way, so we do movie nights on Discord, stuff like that. We
Nice.
just had one this past weekend, which was a good turnout, and the votes were in, and The Conjuring won, and we watched The Conjuring on movie night this past Saturday. So
Okay.
I think he's looking at comedies for November. So we will see what we
Nice.
do. We
Happy
watched
Gilmore
the
2. I mean, some
he said
John Daly action.
he said he's actually modding 3 streams at the moment and hunting for a job while he's at it. That's what he does.
Damn, bro. That's
He's
impressive. I
uns
don't know how you do that.
he's absolutely unstoppable.
Tell me you have
He just
ADHD without telling me, though. You know?
he just again he just rolls with it, man. Um, oh my god! And now Rogue Nina's having fun with the Rumble bot, saying that Jonathan is his daddy, and your words lack the force. I serve only the dark side. That's the response.
That's fucking great.
Uh, Now you said you wrestled, right? And
I
you
did, yeah.
obviously you can't coach, but yeah, I think you said you were telling me, backstage that you had other family members that wrestled as well, correct?
Well, my entire family, yeah. My sister and all both of my brothers.
Well,
So
let's
we
talk
were
about your
wrestling.
sister wrestling because you mentioned something, and we're gonna get into some other stuff. But this is an interesting story.
Yeah, so back when my sister wrestled, this was back in 94, 95 to about 99 or 90 98 maybe. But back then there weren't many girl wrestlers. It was slim, slim pickings, and if you were the same weight, that was a miracle, you know.
Right.
So in high school, she was forced to wrestle against the boys. So there
Right.
was no other division for her to wrestle. Nowadays, in San Diego alone, there's like 8 or 900 girls wrestling, which is a
Wow.
huge improvement. It's insane. Like,
Yeah.
I went to one of my daughter's tournaments, and it was packed gym, and it was very cool to see coming from back then to now. It was just one. It was just crazy because you don't expect that much growth in that short of time. And we went into the fact that there are boys who try to go wrestle against the girls, and there's boys that try to, like Leah Thomas, go swim against the girls because they can't compete against men. And that's
Yeah.
really, I think, if we look like you said earlier, they're indoctrinating kids, they're making it the norm, and everything else. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is now in schools there are more non-binary they thems,
Yeah.
furries, and all this
Z's,
other
Zers.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all,
I
all the bullshit with the
identify as a
pronoun.
cat, so you got to put a little
Yeah.
box in the back of the room type shit. Yeah.
Exactly. But the number of people now versus what we had at our schools, like it was like normal to have maybe
Yeah.
one or two gay people at
It's true.
school, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gay. Okay, cool. We don't care.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
now it's
they didn't even really talk about it that much. You just kind
no.
of knew because they were a
You
little
just
bit,
knew who they were.
they
Yeah.
just had a little bit of a sweetness in their walk and whatnot, and you just knew. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, he's a little, this
Hello,
dude's a little,
yeah.
this dude's definitely sweeter than bear meat. He's a little finer than frog hair. You know what I'm saying? It's all good,
I
but
got
we
you. I
didn't
got
care.
yeah. And we didn't give a
You know,
shit. We still hung
it
out with
was
them. We were cool, like whatever. And nowadays though the percentages just aren't matching up, and they're trying to say, oh well, no, it's normal. This is what it is. It's either the food we're feeding our kids, it's either the vaccines they're getting, or it's
yeah,
the indoctrination. One of the
right.
three. And
Uh,
I'm leaning towards indoctrination.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. If you're just joining us tonight, we have the Girl Dad official, okay, who's with us tonight. Jumped in at the last minute to come hang. We absolutely appreciate it. Uh, our guest that we were
Happy to be
supposed to
here.
have had a campaign. He had to help somebody else with their campaign who's running for mayor down in Florida. So we will reschedule at some point. At this point, we're all filled up in November pretty much. I don't know if we'll be able to get him in until December, but we will try. It was somebody that one and only Blondie, who's usually hosting with me on Wednesday nights. She's a little bit under the weather and whatnot. Um, she was able to get him and stuff like that. He reached out to her on X, and she set it up. But then he emailed me today to tell me. And listen, when people are campaigning, I get it. It just like right at the drop of a dime, you might be asked to do something. So it's not the end of the world. We'll bring them back, but we absolutely appreciate you coming in to hang with us, man.
No, for
Um,
sure, man.
it's just it's interesting conversation. Like you mentioned something about your sister at the time, right? Like she was forced to
She
compete
was
against boys because there were no other girls at her weight, and there was no divisions for hers, right? So like they didn't actually
correct.
have a girls division, so like they would, she got
Exactly.
forced to do it. And now girls wrestling has actually like gone, it's a wave across the nation. You can find it in every single state. You'll find like
It's
some pretty
thriving.
good, yeah, some pretty good female wrestlers. But the like you said, these boys who like 10,000th in the state, okay, they can't compete against other boys, right? So that what they do
Oh
is
yeah.
they throw a wig on, throw some eyelashes on, get their nails did, okay, and then all of a sudden, and fucking,
I'm a
tuck their
girl
cock
now.
and balls between their legs, and now all of a sudden I'm a girl and stuff like that, right? Actually, they
Yep.
don't even do that because like they want to be. it's a sickness because they want to be in the locker rooms and expose themselves to girls and stuff like that and everything, and sexually harass. It's a whole thing that is just disgusting to me. Is there a small population, the 0.0002% of gender dysphoria and dysphoric, whatever the hell they call it now, because they keep changing it? Does that exist? It absolutely does. Hey, we might have a cat ass in the
We
on the
definitely
screen.
did. It's my
Yeah, we
one-eyed
have
cat named Zorro.
Zorro was giving
Yeah,
us
he
some
was trying to
furry
shake it for
ass.
you guys. Yeah, he was like, "Hey, look, guys,
He's got to make his money too, man.
you know, he's interested in what's going on right now because I normally don't have the laptop out. So,
Right. Yeah, well, bro, you put a laptop out, your cat is gonna walk across it. Doesn't matter.
oh yeah,
You know, it doesn't matter if he has
you
one
gotta
eye
love
or
it.
two eyes or three. He's gonna walk across your fucking your keyboard and shit like that. You just gotta have it. Say here's some
Yeah,
fucking cat bunghole for you.
he's just like, look at me, guys, look at me.
Here you go. Take a look at this, America. I'm too sexy for your fucking screen.
But
uh,
yeah, dude, it's crazy though. Like you said, yeah, there are people out there that generally they have gender dysphoria or whatever it's called. But I'm willing to bet 99% of the people that say they do, it's just a phase, if you will, and it's the fact that they don't have any friends and they're not being invited to the parties and they're not being invited to go do things. And so they're trying to find a community that will accept them and they say, "Oh, you know what? Those people accept me if I act like this." And
right.
so I think that's a huge thing, yeah, a huge part of it.
But you know what else to add to that? Okay, that we see, right? Is these fucking sick parents that go along with it, right? Because they want to be insta famous and they want to show how their boy has been, has transitioned, okay, in high
I
school and
want
is now the high school prom queen or whatever it is. And they go along with it. It's these fucking blue-haired, fat land whale fucking septum having
Can we
leftist
just
libtard
ban
women,
blue hair
okay?
dye? That'll fix the problem right there.
But it's not only them. If there is a man in the picture, it's their cuckold fucking husbands that go along with it. That got no balls and they can't fight. And the ones that do fight, like guys like Adam Vina, okay, who are fucking struggling right now. Okay, he can't even see his son essentially. All right, and trying to
That's
protect
the
his
one with the
boy.
5-year-old that the mom had taken away, right?
Yeah,
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 that story is fucked.
yeah. He's fighting daily, okay, or by the minute to try to not only get his kid back, but to protect his son, Aiden, okay. But it's the parents that go along with it, all right, that like want to be famous, right? They want to live vicariously through their children. Some of these women who wanted a daughter, so since they got a son, so they're gonna turn their fucking little boy at a young age into believing and indoctrinating. They're part of the indoctrination. They're part of the problem because they themselves are sick in the fucking head. Okay. And it's
There's
just
no other way to describe it though. That's truly what it is. It is there's no such thing as a vegan cat or a vegan dog. We all know whose fault it
right.
is.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Is there's no fucking trans child, not one
Yeah.
single fucking trans kid on this planet. It's the fucking parents' fault, and it's always
Yeah.
a white liberal woman. 100% of the time, white liberal women are the destruction of America.
Yeah. Well, amen to that, man. You're not going to get any fucking argument with that. They will absolutely destroy it. And they do it without, any remorse. They could care less. They want, like I said, they want
they
to live
they
like,
they don't care about anybody but themselves. They're the biggest narcissists on this planet.
yeah, absolutely. Man, my chat just like disappeared on freaking,
On
I
Rumble,
can't even see the chat. Yeah. Rumble is just acting the fuck up. I don't know what is going on with Rumble right now.
only gay lesbos and bi are real. Everything else is straight up mental disorders. And boys do not belong in women's spaces. 100% agree with you, Lena.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like 1000%. That's one of my biggest things. I make a lot of videos on Instagram and Facebook for anti-gender ideology stuff. And one of the biggest ones I do is anti-transgender. And there's this guy that keeps popping up, and I have a separate Instagram that I completely just fucked my algorithm just so I get the most fucked up videos of all time. Here,
Your
there he
feed.
is.
Yeah. There he goes.
But the feed is completely just degenerates, and I'm like, oh my god. There's this one guy. He's a older guy with a beard. He always has
Yes.
painted fucking fingernails and
Is
shit.
this is his name Jeff or something like that?
No, that's Jeffrey March. I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
That guy's a
okay.
fucking dickwit as well. He needs to be put in
Yeah.
jail. That guy tries to talk to kids on TikTok and shit.
Yes.
Let me talk to you,
Yes.
kids. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, come talk to
That
me in person. Like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
but see, you just hit something, right? Like they're trying to talk to your kids, and it goes back to what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna say it raw, guys. They want to fuck your kids. Okay? That
Dude,
is what they want to
I
do.
saw a video of a fucking a gay guy, and he was asked a question, and the question was, if you had a son and he came out to you at 15 years old and said, I'm gay, what would you do? And the gay guy was like, oh, I'd fuck him.
He
Yeah,
actually said that?
he said that. It's on Instagram somewhere. And I was
Oh
like,
my God,
what
man.
the? I made a video of it. It's somewhere far, 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 far back. But I was like,
Holy
what?
fuck, man.
What the
That's just
actual like? They're just
yeah,
coming out and saying it now. They don't care.
yeah,
They're not hiding their agendas. It's like when that fucking San Francisco gay choir was like, "We're coming for your kids. We're gonna
yeah,
make them gay." Oh, but we're
yeah.
not coming for your kids. Yes, the
They
fuck you
meant that
are.
shit. Yeah, they meant that
Like you
shit.
meant that
They meant
shit
the
deep
exact.
down. You wouldn't write a
Yeah.
song like that if you didn't fucking mean it. I
Yeah, they meant
fucking
it.
hate
They,
them.
they, they. What happened was, is they had their little slip. They, listen. Like the saying says, when they tell you who they are, believe it. Okay. When they're telling you exactly who they are, make sure you fucking believe it. Okay. Because they know exactly what they are. They're definitely more overt about everything right now because they
When
can
someone
be.
shows you who they are, believe it.
Right.
That's the golden rule of I think everything nowadays is they're so mentally fucking distorted that these motherfuckers, like the drag queens that read to kids at libraries,
Yeah.
the fucking gay non-binary teachers at schools, they always find some sort of job or hobby to be around kids
Yeah.
100% of the time,
Yeah.
whether
That
it's
is
TikTok, reading in drag, or fucking teaching kids, or being in the healthcare, teaching, all that shit. They target children.
Yeah, it's definitely geared towards that. Um, that's all they want to do is definitely target your kids. In the end, like I said, they want to just do nasty things to your children and desensitize them and whatnot. And it's horrible. It's really
I
horrible
was
that
reading
that
I was reading Scotty's
yeah,
comment.
don't listen to him. He's a fucking dipshit. uh
He
yeah. He called me
That was funny.
Shalva Ranks, and I called him fucking. He's the Puerto Rican fucking Cuddy Ranks.
That's fucking great. I love it.
Oh my god, I am having serious issues here with Rumble tonight. Everybody else
Maybe
can
it's
see it,
just
so I'm
maybe
good.
it's on Rebels. It's probably just on their end. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, but what it is, I can't even pull them up right now. Like, I could pull up other. It's just I don't know what is going on here.
I just have it on the
Yeah,
second screen, and I'll just alt tab and I see what people are
yeah.
saying.
The what do you call it? I completely lost. They're just like I can't even pull them up on my fucking browser so that I can like I need
Sounds
to
like
at
you
some point.
sounds like you need to get off Spectrum internet.
Well, no, I can get on. Everything else is working just fine. It's like I'm looking at my signal is 100%. Your signal is 100%. I can even see your signal and stuff,
Oh
but it's just
shit.
Rumble is just shitty today, man. Um, it's just like, when they suck, that's the thing with Rumble is when they suck, they suck. Uh,
When it's
it is
bad,
a
it's just fucking all right.
yeah, and now yeah, when it's bad, it's just like, all right,
But yeah,
I'm
back
gonna
to that one guy with the painted nails and all that shit. He has a beard. He's like, I'm transgender, and every fucking video is of him just fucking crying. And he's
yeah,
like, I can't do this anymore. It's so blah. And I'm like, dude, like, you make your own problems. Like, you're not transgender. You're a man.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying that you're a woman yet you have a full beard? Like, are you supposed to be in a
Those are the
circus or
best,
something?
man.
What
Those
the
are the
fuck?
best that run around fucking with like they're all like in a fucking dress and heels and they're all fucking nails did up, but then they got like a big full Amish beard. It's like
Yeah.
fucking what
Yeah,
the
no, that's what
fuck?
it is. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm like, go be like Blair White, all right? Blair White, she's like, hey, I'll never be a woman. That's like the only one that I'm really respectful to because it's like she understands.
Yeah,
I'll never be a woman, but I did
yeah,
everything I could to present as such. And I'm like, all right, cool, and whatever. There's another one this blonde guy. He's like, I just want to present as female. That's what I want to do. It's like he's like, yeah, I know I have a mental illness. No, I'll never be a woman. Like, stay the fuck away from kids. I'm like, cool. Go live your life. Be
yeah,
happy. I
yeah.
don't care.
I got no problem with those. I got no problem with the Transformers that fucking are like advocating for them to just live their lives the way they see fit and keep all the shit that they're doing away from children. Like they're
Exactly.
genuinely
Yeah.
advocating is like, yeah, I'm not gonna go up to kids and tell them they need to be like me, or I don't want to read in front of them and stuff like that. I just want to live my life. Again, we have no problem
Go
with
do
that,
it.
right? What
Yeah,
you
go
do
do it.
behind
Now live
closed
your life. Be happy, man. Hey, I,
what you
I, I wish you the best.
Yeah, what you do behind closed doors is your business,
Yeah.
okay?
Well,
If you
it's
want to
like
take if
the old
it
gays. It's the same thing with the old gays. The old gays were cool as fuck. They're just like you could hang out with them, have a beer with them. They're never gonna hit on you.
yeah.
If
Well,
you say
actually, 99% of the time you probably didn't even know they were gay until they fucking told you. Right?
exactly,
Like
but
just like they
now
handled they still like gay men still kind of handled themselves like men and you didn't even know until they were saying, "Yeah, I like to take a set of fucking scrotum off my chin." You know what I'm saying? But like that like you didn't know that until like they fucking they outed themselves, okay? Um it's just it wasn't like except for the butchy chicks, they just like they had to present that they like the
yeah,
carpet
I mean
munch.
they're
You know what I'm
butch.
saying?
That's what
But
their
even
whole thing
them,
was.
but even with them, they were still cool with you, right? Like they didn't try to
They don't
fucking like they
care.
didn't want to
Yeah,
fight you or anything like that. They're like, I just want to do my thing, and I like munching carpet. That's my thing. So it is what it
hey,
is, right?
so do I.
So you
But
had
who
respect
am I
because
to?
like at least they weren't trying to push their way of life on you, okay?
Yeah,
Which was I'm okay with, right? Like that's what we were all about. Like I'm a Gen Xer, man, and it was we had this shit all figured out. It was all about we had friends that disagree with us on like 99% of things, but we were still people. We still laughed at each other. We still fucking cursed each other out, then
you
laughed
could tell gay
afterwards or
jokes,
whatnot.
and they would laugh at them. They'd be like,
They
"Oh,
would
that's
laugh
funny,
along with
huh?"
them, right?
Or
They
you'd
they,
be like,
they,
"Oh,
they would
that's
laugh.
gay as fuck," and
Yeah,
they wouldn't care. Now it's like
yeah,
you say, "Oh, that's gay" in front of a gay guy, and they're like, "You
and yeah.
hurt my feelings." Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
it just
up. I
next
don't
next thing you
care.
know, you definitely have a flamboyant moment, like immediately and stuff like that. So it just they were different. They were built different. Listen, they were built different because their struggles were different back then, right? Like a lot of
They
them,
actually had to struggle though. That's the
like
thing.
they had the struggle that like there was a real thing, okay, back then. All right. So like you can respect them because even throughout that struggle, they stayed who they were, okay, but they never tried to push their shit on you or your family or anything. And they understood that there were
Yeah,
boundaries. Okay, that I was gonna live my life my way. They were gonna live their lives they were, and nobody was gonna. There was gonna be no crossover. Okay, the only
correct.
crossover is if you worked with each other or if you grew up being friends. I guarantee you, there's probably every single Gen Xer can tell you that they either one had a friend that ended up turning out being a fucking, a dude that liked to bob for apples. At some point, you finally fucking found out because they told you.
You
Okay,
fucking.
you know it's true. All right,
I
but you
know, but
didn't
I just
know.
I no, I love it though. You're bringing out the New York in it. It's like the
It-
Bob Raffles and the
It's
you know get a nutsack dragged across their
It's
chin.
it's
It's fucking
true. It's
hilarious.
listen, but it's the reality though, right?
It
Like you
is. It
didn't even
is.
know back then until they came out and told you like 10 years after high school. It was like, yeah, I took sweet chin music back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just it is what it is.
dude. I
And
have a
you're like,
bunch
"Oh
of
shit."
guys that I know from high school turned out to be gay. I'm like, cool, whatever. I don't care. Like, what
But
does
it
that change other
didn't
than who
change
you sleep
anything.
with?
Yeah,
And
it didn't change anything. They still were
but
cool
that's the
with you.
thing is they actually had personalities outside of being
Right.
gay. Today, there's no fucking personalities. It's I'm a flaming faggot,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
It
be.
became
It became their personality, and I'm just
it
like,
became
dude,
their
like,
their and their whole identity is what it is. Like the gays of old, like I say, They knew what they were. They knew who they were. Okay. And like I said, like we both agreed, they actually had struggles back then that they had to go through. Right.
Yeah.
They legitimately weren't getting jobs if somebody found out that they were gay or something like that. There legitimately
Don't
was
ask,
no
don't
fucking
tell, all that
yeah.
shit. You
And I
know?
was okay with that, but see, I was okay with that in the military with the don't ask, don't tell, because
Yeah.
when as soon as Obama opened it up, okay, I said something and it happened like fucking clockwork almost 10 years later. Okay. I was like, all right, we all know now. One of two things is going to happen. They're either going to respect the uniform now that it's open out in the open, or they're not. And then, sure enough, 10 years later, you got fucking on Instagram
Trannies.
and TikTok and
Dude,
everything.
what was Rachel, what was her name? Fucking the general who was transgender and just fucking looked like a
Oh, like
Rachel
the Jabba
something.
the Hutt. Yeah, the rate. Well,
Yeah.
Jonathan. See, we don't even remember her name. That's how
Fucking can't
irrelevant
even.
she was.
Yeah.
Okay, his name
And
rather. We don't even remember his
but
name.
during the fucking Biden administration,
Yeah,
it
they
was
had a whole bunch of them.
Minister of Health or some shit like that.
It was yeah. Our RFK Jr.'s job. The what
Yeah,
do you call it?
and they're like,
Secretary of Health.
dude, the funniest thing about that is RFK is like, yeah, like I work out, I eat healthy, and he got like
Yeah,
some brain eating amoeba that
yeah.
fucked with his talking and shit, and they're like, oh well, he has brain eating bacteria and shit, and it's like, okay, but he's still trying to do shit like get red dyes out of our food and
Yeah.
get real sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup, and do all this shit to make it to where we're actually healthier and we're not eating all this processed food. But like, you motherfuckers hate him so much that you're willing to kill yourself
Think
just
about
to
how
prove a
stupid.
point.
Think
Like
about
you
how
guys,
retarded that is, bro. Think about how fucking retarded and stunted you have to be like if RFK Jr. says, okay, that
he
if
did
you
something
drink
with the vaccine, and then literally within hours there was hundreds of pictures of liberals just getting the vaccine. And I'm like,
essentially
you
essentially he
don't
took it off the mandatory schedule, but not that you can't get it. He didn't say that it's completely gone and you'll never be able to see it ever again. All he said was now it's free for you to make whatever decision you want based on your health, based on your discussions with your doctor, the way it should be. Okay.
exactly
And now we're going to start having some medical freedom. We're not going to force anybody anymore, okay, to
get this
take this
shit.
shit. All right.
Dude,
And what you want to do,
I posted a video today of a 29-year-old girl in the fucking hospital, and she had a heart attack at 29 years old, and the doctors are telling her it's due to the COVID vaccine. My oldest
wow.
brother got the COVID vaccine. He died from it.
Oh
He
my
had a heart
God.
attack.
Sorry to,
He had a heart attack one
oh
week
shit.
after taking it.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
It, it's okay, but it's I've been such a loud voice against that shit for years. And it's like
Hmm.
my brother tried getting me to do it, and I was like, no, it's not safe. It's not tested. All the testing they did was bullshit. It doesn't actually stop the transmission of the virus. It's not
Yeah.
a true vaccine. It's an experimental test to see how people can be controlled, and you're falling for it. He went and
That
did
was
it
definitely
anyways.
sorry to hear that. Really
And
sorry to hear that.
yeah, he was my oldest brother. He was 10 years my senior, and he didn't want to listen to me because his little brother is an idiot.
But in the end, like I said, it's with RFK Jr. and a lot of people around him and people like him. RFK Jr. He's not an anti-vaxxer. I know they like to label him
No,
as an anti-vaxxer. He's not even remotely anti-vax, but he's just more about medical freedom. This is a guy, okay, who has spent his whole career, all right, fighting big farm and big ag. Right?
yeah.
So like he's done in-depth studies, he's done all kinds of scientific studies. He's got it all the
I mean,
information
shit.
he
Just
has
look
needed
at
because he's been
Roundup.
fighting people.
Look at
Yeah.
Roundup, and then look at Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and
Yeah.
Johnson owns the company that owns Roundup. I think that's the company that owns it, but they
Yeah.
also own the cure. So they're making
Yeah.
people sick, and then they're giving them the cancer drugs to cure them being sick, and they're
Well,
double dipping. They've been doing this for decades upon decades,
well,
and
think about it,
people are
man. Big
starting to
food,
see it.
big food and big pharma tied at the hip, man.
Yeah,
One shovels the
diabetes.
disease down,
Oh,
but it's also up to
we're
us.
gonna give you diabetes. Don't worry, we got insulin for that.
It's true, but it's also up to us, right? Like we as a people have to take responsibility of our own fucking health, of what goes on in our towns, what goes on in our villages,
I
and
say this
everything.
as I'm vaping and putting chemicals in my
But that
body.
but see, that's your prerogative to do that though, right? Like that's on you. It's not on anybody else. That's you decided to do that. Nobody's fucking forcing
Exactly.
you. You want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. It is about the freedom, okay,
Yep.
to do, I there are a lot of things I don't do, but I don't shit on people who do the things that I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that, okay? Because it is their right to do so, right? Like
Yep.
I might not do it, but just because I don't do it doesn't mean I'm going to force you not to. I might advise against it, whatever it is. All right. But if you decide you want to continue to do it, you're going to continue to do it. I can't
Yeah, it's either
twist
that or
anybody's
smoke
arm.
2 packs of cigarettes a day like I used to.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
God.
which what's worse? I mean, they're both gonna kill me. One tastes better, doesn't make me smell like shit. You know?
One's got a little fucking blueberry smell to it, stuff like that. A
That's it.
cockleberry.
Yeah, yeah. I like the cockleberry ones. That's the best one. Yeah.
As
But
long
yeah,
as you don't
the
like the holy shit. Oh, man.
no, I don't. But oh, that's funny. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm just sick of all the insanity that's going on. I mean, now they're
It
pissed
is,
off
man.
that Trump is building a ballroom, and they're like, oh, he's destroying the White House, and he went over
He's
Jackie's rose garden. No, he didn't go over Jackie's rose garden. It's still there.
he didn't touch it. It's still
He
there.
didn't touch it. It's still there, and
Yeah.
the ballroom's being paid for by him and independent donors. So it's not
Yeah.
costing taxpayers a single dime, and it's his house for the next well 3.5 years.
Yeah,
So he
we're
can do
not
whatever
even a
the fuck he
year in.
wants.
Think about that. And we're
Yeah,
not even a year in. They are fucking
yeah.
in for a
We're
long ride. They're in
dude,
for a very
well,
long ride
they're
if
in
they're
for a
gonna
long
bitch about
ride. We're in
absolutely
for a
everything.
fun ride.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have content
Listen.
for just think
It'll
of
be
that. We have content for 3.5 years straight.
it'll be bumpy every now and then, and on this show we fucking call balls and strikes when there are things that we don't like that they're doing. We make sure we say it, but that's what we're supposed to do anyway. But they're in for a very long ride, man. They complain about absolutely everything. He could literally tell them, okay, if you drink this sewage straight out of the pipe, okay, it is fucking terrible for you, you're gonna
They'll go
die.
do it.
They will all go right to the sewage pipe, okay, where it's coming out, and just come with fucking big ass big gulp cups and stick it underneath there and get a fucking swirly straw and just fucking go ahead and suck it up through a sippy straw. They will. They do it.
They'll do
Okay,
it.
they would. I would
I'm waiting
absolutely
for
do it.
I'm waiting for him to say, hey, breathing oxygen
And to
is
hold
good for you.
and to hold their fucking breath. Yep, they'll do it. I'm telling you, they will
At least
literally
he'll be
go with a
quiet.
fucking with a sippy straw
Can he
full of.
say that talking's a good thing or something like that? Because they just need to shut the fuck up. You
Yeah,
know?
they just. But that's what they do. They're professional complainers, man. That's all they have to do is just complain about absolutely everything. I don't know. Did you see I don't know if you saw it. It was making its rounds today. Several people were posting it. I think Scott posted it too. Red Day, with Harry Sisson, the little twink that
Oh yeah.
fucking was out there. Did you see him on Piers Morgan,
Oh
fucking
yeah.
getting
Where
absolutely wrecked?
dude, he goes, oh well, no Democrat has
Yeah,
called Donald Trump Hitler. Oh well,
show me.
and it was Isabel Brown. She comes on and she's like, October 2024.
I know.
And she literally just quoted every single thing. She like she
Yeah,
had it. She knew Harry was gonna say that, and she just had
yeah,
it, and she said it
yeah.
verbatim. That girl's so smart.
Jack
She
Prozopiak was doing the same thing too. He was trying to tell him, and he fucking, he kept doing what. Listen, Harry Sisson is one of those dudes.
he's a
Okay, with
grifter.
he's got that. Yeah, he's got three other guys that he likes to twink with. They all go to a Motel 6. They give each other fucking ball koozies. They
BJ's and
fucking yeah, they give
do a
each
little
other ball
bukkake
koos.
here and there.
Yeah, yeah. They give each other rusty trombones, ball koozies, and Oklahoma hand grenades and fucking in the Motel 6 together, right? As they're making their little
Some
TikTok
Cleveland
videos
steamers,
complaining
you know.
about Trump. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Oh, you started bringing
uh,
out old school ones, so I figured I'd throw one on there, you know.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I've called him out so many times, and it amazes me that that kid has the millions of followers that he does, and it's like
they do, man.
it doesn't make sense. And I have a strong suspicion that a lot of those followers are paid bots,
Yeah.
They're just purely paid, and because he was paid by fucking Act Blue and palette management and all that shit. So that all came
Right.
out. Then he had his whole scandal with womanizing girls. So oh, send
Can you
me
imagine
pictures
that?
of your titties. Like,
Yeah, that ugly fuck. I mean, think
yeah,
about it, man. That
like what the
he, you remember Mac the Moon? You remember Mac the Moon?
yeah,
He had
I
that.
think
He
so.
has that fucking Mac the Moon face. Okay,
Well,
with his
that
fucking
was
chin. Now you gotta look it up.
the McDonald's guy,
McDonald's.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look up Mac the Moon.
yeah. I was like, I'm trying to remember it. I'm like, it's the fucking McDonald's guy.
It's a McDonald's dude. Mac the fucking
He
Moon,
really
man.
does though. He really it's like this oblong fucking like
Yeah, he's got this
pointy
weird
face.
fucking shape. Yeah. And he
God,
thinks
dude,
he's like a
that
good. I can't believe chicks actually thought that he's like a good looking dude. He runs around with these fucking red DSLs like just finished sucking somebody's dick. Okay, and he just like I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Listen, I ain't the
that's what he
fucking
does.
pretty motherfucker in the world, but damn, I
But
damn sure ain't like
him,
fucking.
Dean, Parker, all those kids. What's the other one? The one with he has like the teeth like this.
Uh,
Fucking
he's got snaggle tooth.
yeah. Fuck, what was that guy's name? Oh, he was part of that foursome though. But and
Oh,
when I
they
say
have
foursome, I'm
foursomes, all
not.
right.
I like foursomes only during golf. All right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
You know,
sure. Like I said, that foursome that goes around making TikToks in hotel rooms, giving each
dude,
other
it's
the
like the
Eiffel Tower.
gayest fucking TikToks too.
That's so
They do like
gay.
the dancing shit, and I'm just
That's
like,
so gay
how
and retarded,
fucking
man.
gay are you? Like, what the
It's
fuck
like,
is like? Just come out already, guys. Like,
yeah, you
it's
can't be any
okay.
more fucking just with. There's just such a lack of masculinity and testosterone in this post. It's just like it's incredible how fucking
Yeah.
gay and retarded they are. It is
God.
absolutely insane to watch. It's what are you gonna
Until
do, man?
January 23, 2021,
Rachel
he
Levine,
also okay. Rachel
he was
Levine.
talking.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
I knew it was Rachel. I just couldn't remember the fucking last name.
yeah.
Little Harry is a fucking idiot.
Yes,
He really is. He really
he's
is.
just a fucking dipshit, man.
I'm
He's a
just
dipshit.
it blows me away. And I was talking about this with another one of my buddies, but the amount of support that conservative content creators get, right, is minuscule in comparison to Democrats. Democrats, they see someone post anything Democrat, immediate follow, right?
Yeah.
And with conservatives, it's like, okay, like I agree with this one thing this person says, I'm not going to follow him yet. I need to see a little bit more, because we're critical thinkers. We don't want to just jump in and follow someone. Noel, stop that.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that, right? Like that's how we should be. We're not like, that's the
Yeah,
difference between our side and theirs is that
they
we might
blindly
agree
follow.
on yeah, we might agree on maybe anywhere between 95 and 99% of things. All right.
Yeah,
But where we disagree, and that's okay, right? Like we're all right. We're
and we
gonna
go,
continue
okay,
to we'll
cool.
survive. Yeah, we're gonna continue to survive. It's all right.
Yeah, we'll still be
I will
friends.
say
We'll
though,
still hang out. We'll still have beers and talk and debate shit.
and that's the
Like,
way it should be.
yeah. Have
Unfortunately,
you
we've lost that.
have you seen that image of it's the difference in thought process between Democrats and conservatives, right? And it's a graph. And the
Yeah.
Democrats have this tiny little area over here. And then over here, it's a huge like brain cluster of thoughts and ideas. But
Yeah.
then the Democrats is like this. And
It's
that
all the way to the left.
oh no, but it's so small.
Yeah.
It's so small compared to the conservatives where we have dissenting opinions about a ton of stuff, but then we agree on the core things that are most important to us. And we're okay with people having difference of opinion on everything else, right? But
Right.
Democrats, if you're a black man and you say I'm a
Oh,
conservative,
yeah.
well, now they call you an Uncle Tom and this and that and the
And
other.
you see, but
And
they
Uncle
call
Tom was the
blacks and
hero of
Uncle Tom.
the fucking
I was just about
story.
to say, like, because they've never read the book, and what they really want to call him is Sambo and not Uncle Tom. But because they don't
Yeah,
know that, okay, That
But they're
term has
so
obviously
they're
been around for a long
educated though.
time, but they're
They're
right. But
educated.
they've never read the book, so they don't understand that Uncle Tom was actually the hero in the story. So it's like, you
Yeah.
call me an Uncle Tom, I'm okay with that. You know, it's
They say, oh,
perfectly
you're
okay
a
with that.
race traitor, you're this, or a gay man that's a fucking conservative. Like, let's take
Yeah,
conservative Ant.
yeah, he
They're like,
catches it
oh, well,
bad.
he's voting against his own rights and this and that. But Ant's one of the best guys that I know.
Yeah,
He's one of the most solid dudes. Love the guy to death, and he's just a true American. He loves America. He wants to protect kids, and that's it.
yeah.
And they go, oh well, you're gay. You shouldn't be. Why?
Because it's all about their identity, man. It's whatever the identity is. It is just about identity for them. Okay, like you have to if you have to identify as this. If you're A, you have to identify as B, and if you're not A, then you can't identify as C. It's all convoluted and ridiculous anyway because it's the
Yeah,
alphabet mob. But like like you said, conservative Ant, right? Gays against groomers and stuff like that.
yeah.
That group and stuff like they catch shit all the time. Right. Again, like I said,
They
what
catch
they do
strays that they
behind
shouldn't
closed
be catching.
doors, yeah, what they do behind closed doors and whatnot and in their lives and
We
their
don't
homes, that's
care.
none of my fucking business.
Yeah,
Okay. But if we can stand toe to toe on something like protecting kids and stuff like that, I'll stand side by side with you on that. It's
oh,
just,
100%.
we're gonna have plenty of things that we agree on and things that we disagree on. Okay. But like you said, the core values and the core things that we usually come together and gel. Sometimes, in my opinion, not fast enough though. That's the one thing that the left does. They outdo us, and they're way better at it. Is they're a conglomerate of special interest groups that actually hate one another when you think about it. Okay, but when it
Yeah,
comes
but they come
to when
together
it
on the same issue.
yeah, they congeal
And
like sewage. They
well,
congeal like the sewage they are.
dude,
Okay.
last night I was at a fundraiser for a guy running for the 38th district for California senator. So I went to the fundraiser, fun night, and we were all talking and having a good time. And one of the biggest things is there's a city councilman in our city. Yeah, he's my city councilman actually from my district, and I
Mhm.
fucking hate the guy. The guy's a piece of shit. He did his name's fucking Dan
If-
O'Donnell. Dan O'Donnell, piece of shit, dude. The guy, what he does is he'll be like, oh yeah, I'm for this and this and this, and then he just goes and votes party. He doesn't vote
Right.
what he actually wants to vote because he's so afraid of the consequences of doing that. And so then the other two, so there's 5 city council members in my city, right? 2 of them are in a relationship and they're lesbian. I call them the Scissor Sisters.
That doesn't
Um,
surprise me out in Cali.
Dude, it's like they didn't disclose that they were in a relationship to the voters, and then
Right.
one lives with their parents, the other
Yeah.
one
With
lives in
their
her own
parents.
place,
Yeah.
parents, right? But then we have the Brown Act here in California. So the Brown Act, you can only talk to one other city council member about city council issues. But we all know all 3 of them are fucking talking about the shit together. We just no one can
Correct.
prove it.
Well, there's violations of the Brown Act all the time. Like,
Yeah,
Chelsea's has been on quite a bit just in the sequestering of speech that they do. All right.
yeah. It's
At these school boards and whatnot like that. She gets into it pretty heavily when she comes on the show. Same thing with Tony Jensen and whatnot. They talk about that all the time. Uh, it,
it's
it's
insane.
it's amazing, man. It is just insane. It's insanity. Again, it's sewage, man.
It's
And we and
corruption,
we
the
we and
sewage, like yeah.
we have our fair share on our side too. We can't fucking we got to be like we
Oh,
want to get rid of
100%.
these fuckers. Like we want to get rid of them.
I agree.
You know, like think about it. Think about I don't know if you're following the election in New York City, right? Like
I am
you got
Mondani
like
versus
yeah, you got fucking big name Republican influencers telling people in New York City, many of them don't even live in New York City, so they're not involved in exactly with what's going on in New York City, telling them to vote for Cuomo for the fucking lesser of two evils. And me, I'm like, don't be a Cuomo sexual, okay? If you're a fucking Republican in any form, because like Republicans in New York, okay, are many of them are still very purple. They have progressive ideas. That has always been
yeah.
the case, okay. But with that said, if you have an R, okay, and you've always voted R, and you vote fucking D, then you deserve Mamdani. If you're a Republican and you vote for fucking Cuomo, a guy who failed the state, okay, he fucking
Dude,
locked the state up.
he killed a shit ton of people during COVID.
Yeah, yeah,
He put elderly people in fucking or he put sick people in elderly homes or whatever they are. You know
in
what I'm
the
talking
nursing
about?
homes and whatnot. He
Nursing
killed,
homes. Thank you.
upwards to close to 20 grand or something like
It
that. The
was
number
30. I think it was like
fluctuates.
30,000
It
people.
fluctuates. It goes back and forth, but like still, regardless, like you couldn't see your fucking family. Lockdowns, okay? He took away religious exemptions, okay? Um, fucking forcing people in order to keep their job, all right? And this is across every spectrum. Got a whole bunch of people fired. He started all of that shit, okay?
Yeah,
Hochul picked it up, all right? And de Blasio was in power at the time before Eric Adams. So, like, this is a guy who's a fucking tyrant, all right? The guy's
yeah.
freaking he had to step down because he's a fucking pig and he can't handle himself around women the right way. All right. And he had to step down, which is how New York ended up with Hochul. So like I hear these people that I hear they're supposed to be Republicans talking about you gotta vote for Cuomo, the lesser of two evils.
I
Cuomo's not the
understand
lesser of two
their.
evils,
I'll say
but
this: I understand why they're doing it because they don't want the socialism and everything else, right?
you're gonna
I
still
say,
get it with Cuomo.
I
Here's the
say,
thing.
but I
Here's the
say, hey,
difference.
give it to Zamdami let it
Here's the
fail and let people actually see what the fuck socialism does. They'll have
so what they're
empty grocery stores. Shit's gonna get fucked up real quick.
correct. Correct. But
Let it
right, you
happen.
put your hand on it. But this is what they're telling people to do. This is what I'm saying. If you're a Republican and you vote for Cuomo, you deserve Mamdani.
Yeah,
They're
I
saying,
agree.
okay, what they're saying is don't vote for the guy who's going to fucking rage fuck you. Vote for the guy who's gonna massage your fucking shoulders and then say, let me just put in the tip. Okay.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. I'm just gonna put the
Just
tip
the
in.
tip.
All right.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you get fucked all the way. All right. So like
With
it's
no
either
lube,
one of those
mind you.
guys. Yeah, yeah. Either one of those
At
guys
least
is gonna.
Mondami's
No, no,
giving you
no,
lube, you know?
no. Mom Donnie's the rage fucker. He doesn't care. He's gonna put talcum powder on it. Okay. It's Cuomo. It's
That's
Cuomo
fucking
who's
great.
gonna. It's true. It's Cuomo
Fucking
who's gonna
talcum
use
powder.
the Diddy oil. He's gonna use the Diddy
Oh
oil on you.
god.
Okay.
Okay,
And
that's fair.
fucking
That's
and
fair.
he's the one that's gonna massage your back and everything like that and just say, let me just put in the tip. Okay.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
you're like,
it's
I'm not real comfortable
yeah,
with this.
you're gonna
No.
get it either way with one of those guys. The one person who represents New York and has always represented New York, and he's not a fucking conservative. We all know that. Okay, but he's damn sure not a leftist, right?
He's a
The one
centrist.
guy, there's a one guy who can at least via executive order, because even if he gets elected, let's just say even if he gets elected, right? Okay, he still has a city council that he has to fucking deal with that is extremely leftist. All right, there's only a handful of Republicans on the council. There's a few younger Republicans running. We've actually had them on the show, hoping we can get them
Some
elected,
exposure.
help get them elected. And we got Athena Clark is actually going to be with us on Friday. And she's running in New York City for city council as a Republican. You know, but so like you still need the workhorses to get shit done to it, or at least to fucking slow things down and stop some things, right? But with
100%.
Mamdani or Cuomo, doesn't matter. You're gonna get the same shit. Like I said, one is gonna use talcum powder, the other one is gonna use Diddy oil.
It's I've never understood the whole vote for the lesser of two evils. It's if everybody, we've had elections to where none of the candidates were good, and so it's like, okay, vote third party then. Like we don't, no one likes any of the candidates, but we have a third party that's actually really good. Would be good for us. Let's vote. Oh, well, that will never work. And it,
Here's the thing, because I don't align with libertarians with only we do cross over. We do. I'm a Christian
we cross
conservative. We
over, yeah.
cross over. We cross over as a we can't deny that we don't cross over. There's a lot of shit I just don't agree with. Okay, but I will never tell a libertarian, okay, not to vote for the person who they feel is their candidate. I would never tell them to do that, even though I know it fucking hurts me. It might hurt me and hurt my candidate, and I'll be pissed off about it. Okay, but I
Well,
will
it's
never
called
tell
voting your
them.
conscience. Vote your
Yeah, I would
conscience.
never tell them, okay, you can't vote for the libertarian people that you guys fucking went through a primary and got, and he's got he's got enough influence and he had enough votes and he had enough ballots and everything that he was able to get put on the fucking presidential, whatever ballot it is, presidential, fucking congressional, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever is running. I would never tell them not to fucking vote for their people, right? It might suck and my guy might end up fucking losing, and that's just the cost of people wanting to vote for who they want to vote for.
You
But
know
I will say
who's way
this:
better? You know who's way better at that than us though is Democrats. Democrats
but
will
they
always vote their party, 100%.
but again, but that's the, like I said, it's a conglomerate of special interest groups that come together and congeal like the sewage that they are, and they
Yeah,
do it perfectly. They're great at it.
they're
The
better
left
than
has been
us.
doing that forever. We are fucking absolutely terrible at it. And
I
I
agree.
probably never gonna fucking learn that grift the right way, because like we seem to continue to fucking fuck it up every time we get a chance. We are in a prime position, okay, to do good things. With the extra seats that we're getting out of Texas, I know Florida's working on some stuff. North Carolina's working on some stuff. So it doesn't matter whatever happens with Prop 50, and I hope you guys out in California absolutely shit on that. Okay,
Dude,
but
I've
it
been
won't even
posting
make.
about that shit so much, and I'm just like, dude, like, no, don't. And speaking of that, did you hear that AB 495 went through, and Newsom signed
Yeah,
it? So now
I heard that.
anybody that knows your kid's name can get an affidavit, get a piece of
Yeah,
paper, write their
it's a
name on
human
it.
trafficking. It's a human trafficking
It
bill, is what it is.
That's all it is. And,
It's a
and
human
these
trafficking bill.
Democrats are fucking cheering for it. And you're like, are you fucking retarded?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so like I fucking hate California so much and I want to change it so badly. You
I
know,
give
and
you
that
guys, listen, man. I give you guys who are fighting. You know, we've had plenty of people from California, now you included, and let them fucking. You know, the fight is worth, still worth the fight, no matter what.
yeah.
Those of
Like
you, if you're just
I want to
joining
get
us,
out just cuz bills are high, everything like that
yeah, I know.
sucks.
I
But at
don't
the same
blame you.
time, my entire family's here. I do love California. I truly do. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, dude, like we need people to start waking up and start voting for what their best interests, and they never seem to do that. And they look at Newsom and they're like, oh, but he's so good, he has the best economy, and then yeah, he
It's
also has the
what
highest unemployment
the
rate.
best
High,
economy, like by what metric? That's just it. By what metric are they actually fucking using? Okay, it's
they say, oh well, their economy is the fourth largest economy in the
yeah,
world. Yeah, but we also have
because
the
he's told
highest
them that.
poverty rate. We have the
That's what I'm
highest
saying.
poverty rate, highest homelessness rate. We have the
Yeah,
highest bills, highest gas prices, highest this, highest that. Oh well, that just means you guys make more. No, we don't.
no,
We
it
just pay
doesn't.
more for it.
Yeah, that
Like, are you
doesn't mean
guys
that at
that
all.
stupid? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like, I make a decent living, right? To where I shouldn't be poor. I live paycheck to paycheck because of the policies that the Democrats put through. You know, I make a six-figure income, but I'm not.
but it's
I
not
live
enough.
like I'm making half that.
Did did you see they, I think somebody there's, I saw that this week, like it was like a map of the United States and what you need, okay, to live comfortably in every state, just about every state. It's like you got to be not only six figures, but you got to be like in the 200,000 range. Okay, even in
Yeah.
my state. Okay, I was like, what? I was like, no shit, but it doesn't
Well,
surprise
the
me.
minimum
None of that
wage is
shit surprised me.
supposed to the minimum wage is supposed to be like $65 or $66 an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
If you do the
that's gonna work.
inflation and all that shit. And let me just do the math real quick for us
Let me while you're
because
doing the math, if you're just joining us, the girl dad officials hanging with us tonight. We are having issues. I had issues with Rumble getting in, so I cannot see the chat. I keep going back and forth. Just want to say what's up to everybody over there. Again, I've had to go back and forth, so I apologize that your chat is not coming up on the screen. We're having one of those issues with Rumble again tonight. Fortunately, we're running at the same time as YouTube, so everybody's kind of seeing everything. Hopefully the same, but it has been a pain in the ass and the struggle. So I apologize to all of you for that hang up. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Now you guys actually see the backdrop and and the overlay like perfectly, but for me, for whatever reason, it looks like terrible. So I don't know. Could be Evie Mux tonight too, but Rumble definitely was pissing me off today. And wouldn't let me start the stream and everything. I had to refresh everything. It was a pain in the ass. But the girl dad officials hanging out with us tonight, jumped in to have a nice conversation with us and get to know you guys as viewers and whatnot. We were supposed to have Jesus Navarro. He had a campaign. He had to absolutely do something and whatnot, so he had to drop out of today's show. It's all right. We'll bring him back some other time when we get the time, because November is actually kind of filling up, and I don't know what time we're gonna have. Might not be until December, the way things are going. Guys, don't forget to sign up for the Discord. We had a fantastic movie night this past weekend. It was great. Watched The Conjuring. You guys know I hate horror, but I sucked it up and fucking watched it. Wasn't that
I
bad of
hate
a
horror
movie.
too.
I can't stand.
I'm
Uh,
right there with you, brother.
yeah, I can't stand horror. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, fam, and the follow buttons on Rumble and whatnot. Uh, let's get that engagement up again. Chat's a bit of an issue tonight, so I haven't really been able to see you guys. I've been trying to go back and forth as much as I can, but it's hard tonight for whatever reason. Because even when on my browser, I'm having a hard time seeing it. Uh, it just would get stuck and everything like that. So apologize to all you guys, but we're still here. We're still grinding, still doing our thing. And we absolutely appreciate you fucking coming to hang with us tonight, man.
No, absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Uh Hochul was the lieutenant governor the entire time. Yeah. Yep. Hochul was definitely the lieutenant governor the high time Cuomo was, and she's just as guilty, right? And Lee Zeldin just missed out, pretty much just missed out freaking being the governor there, would have been great. But what happened during COVID is they fucked. I was living in New York and working in New York at the time. Uh and so I lived through all of it. I ended up losing my job because I refused to take the vaccine and whatnot.
Good for you.
And
Not
it
good
just
that
is
you
what it
lost your
is.
job, but good for
No,
you
it is
doing
what it
that.
is. I found I found work again anyway. I now I work remotely, so it works for me. Um, but I was actually headed towards medicine, man. I was trying to become a physician assistant and whatnot, and I was in EMS, and I was volunteering in EMS and whatnot. I actually worked in a hospital, uh, and stuff like that in a psych ward, but I just refused to do any of that. I swore an oath to this nation to protect this fucking nation against enemies foreign and domestic, and to uphold our constitution and whatnot. And I just felt that my oath doesn't die. It doesn't fucking go away. Fucking goes away when I die. And I just couldn't sit back and be part of that. I was like, I
You
can't get
said
into
that oath for
medicine.
life.
Yeah, I was like, I can't get into medicine and you know be part of the medical tyranny. I just that just to me is not right. I'm about freedom, man. When you go behind closed doors with your doctor, whatever you guys discuss, and you come up with a fucking plan as it's supposed to be, that is between you and your provider. That has nothing to do with fucking me. And I just didn't want to be part of that. I wasn't going to be one of those providers that's going to be like what was going on. We can't give you a fucking surgery, or I can't get you a surgery because you didn't jab yourself. That's bullshit. That is a crock of shit. I just
Well,
can just
that's
refuse to fucking be like that.
how Jimmy Kimmel, he goes on. Oh, yeah, we're not going to let you in. We're not going to give you a kidney transplant because you didn't get
Yeah.
the jab and this and that. And he made jokes about that on his
Yeah.
show, thinking, oh, I'm edgy, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Stephen Colbert and fucking all of
yeah,
them. They all did.
Jimmy Fallon, all those guys did that shit, and the left just eats it up, and they're like, yeah, you got him, guys. And it's like, no,
Well, because the left is authoritarian by nature.
they're
And
fascists.
it's all about fucking it's they call us fascists, but fascism and communism are two different sides of the socialist coin anyway. Okay, they
Oh,
just do things a little bit differently. It's just, but a lot of the fucking same socialist tenets are there, the way they do things and stuff. So they're just, it is what it is, man. You cannot fucking deter them. They're gonna stay completely indoctrinated. They're never going to, come up for air for anything. They're gonna stay in that pig pit, okay, and in the trough, and they're gonna eat shit. That's what they want to do, and that's okay. Let them. They can do that shit on
let
their
'em-
own.
yeah, let them ruin their own lives.
Yeah, you know.
You know,
But it's why it's why we talk a lot about local, right? Like, yeah, the national elections are important, but local's way more important, right? Like, because if you don't have the right judges, the right district attorneys, the right sheriff,
the right
okay,
city
like,
council.
yeah, the right city councils, but like, we'll just for instance, just with law enforcement in general, right? You know, on the local levels, most of those positions are all elected positions, right? Like, you actually elect somebody, including judges. So like, you have to pay attention to who these people are. because if you get the wrong judges, then and you get the wrong laws passed in your fucking state, okay, now you have like what we've had now for quite some time now, even before, okay, Biden was just rampant criminality in the streets and recidive criminals just fucking doing whatever they want, getting out 20 times after 20 felonies, and a judge is releasing
I
them
mean,
with no bail and shit like that to
look
go out
look
and
at the
prey on
girl on
more
the
people.
bus who Urina, who got killed by a guy who was let out of jail on like 15 felonies. 14 or 15, whatever it was, it's too many. Whatever happened
Yeah.
to the 3-strike rule? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we used to have a 3-strike rule. If you got 3 felonies, like violent felonies, you're in prison
Well,
for
I'll tell
life.
you what happened with the three strike rule is that some jurisdictions took liberty with that, right? It was supposed to be, your third felony. It would be like your third crime, and next thing you know, bucking, you're getting, up a creek without a paddle for some dumb shit and stuff like that. But I'm with you on that, man. Whatever, 3 felonies, you should have been gone for fucking a very long time. Listen, if you just put people away for the time that they're supposed to get for the first felony, all right, you might fucking save a whole bunch of lives or save a whole bunch of grief and whatnot in the
Yeah.
streets just by putting people away. Insane asylums are gone. All right. Once they did that,
Dude, I make asylums great again.
yeah, insane asylums have been gone
Make
forever.
asylums great again. Like, there are so many people out there right now that just are not mentally well, and they're running around unmedicated and everything else. And don't get me wrong, I don't think medication is the end all be all by any means. I think that a lot of the medication does
Well,
a lot of
some of those
shitty shit.
medications, I was about to say, some of those medications actually make it fucking worse.
Oh yeah, but I think that they actually need psychotherapy, and they need to actually like learn the tools to be able to cope with the shit that they have, and learn how to meditate, learn how to do stress relief organically and naturally versus taking all these pills. Learning that anxiety is normal. Everybody gets anxiety from time to time. You don't need to fucking pop a pill anytime you feel the slightest bit anxious. And it's like, I understand that those help. We need to start doing more shit with like mushrooms and shit like that, the
Or
natural. Good.
Okay, how about this? Because this whole drug thing has been a fucking thing since, I was already a
Forever.
teenager in my late teens and
That's
stuff
the
like that.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah, I was already in my late teens. Yeah, I want to say the mid '80s, definitely in the '90s. If you're fucking in the '90s, if you're a teenager in the '90s, you were getting whatever. Actually, you didn't even need to be a teenager. They were just gonna hit you with Ritalin or some shit like that,
Yeah.
really, really fucking quick. Okay,
Yeah.
or how about you just how about we go back to some normal shit like fucking kids having recess and having gym again and whatnot, and getting fucking people,
Uh,
having us eat the right way and stuff like that and put the right
how
shit
about
in our
we
fucking
stop getting
bodies.
super processed foods?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of shit. Okay. It's
Start
just
drinking
like
more
there's
water.
so many things we used to do, okay, that were just like normal and we fucking all turned out okay. And then they just went right into the drug population and let's fucking just drug everything. Okay. It's absolutely fucking insane, man. It's absolutely insane. And that has been a problem. How many of these kids, okay, especially these transformer kids who have been shooting up churches, schools, and whatnot and everything, how many of them were on SSRIs?
100%.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
The answer to that is
It's
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Every single mass shooter in the last like 20 years
I
has
think
been
actually
on.
going back, I think they did a study going back to like the 1990s.
Okay, so but
Blondie was telling us about it last time
the
she was,
answer is
well, a couple of shows ago.
100%.
Yeah. It's fucking
100% of the
crazy, man.
kids, there are 100% of the school shooters have been on SSRIs. And if you look at all the liberals who are on SSRIs, look how
Oh, batshit
erratic their
crazy,
behavior.
man.
Dude, look at the erratic behavior. Look at the fucking pupils. Dude, they look at you and you're just like,
Yeah.
whoa, like there's like no life behind their eye. It's like no souls. There's no soul behind their eyes. When you
Yeah.
look at them and they just stare at you like this. They're like, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Bro. Or when you're watching a
Here,
post, right? Like you're
can you
seeing
go
them
turn
like on
the
a
light on,
post.
please?
Yeah, and
That light.
like when you see them on a post, right? Like they're fucking like their eye, like you said, their eyes are wide open. they're just all it's demonic,
It's like
bro. They look
it's like they're
straight
coked out,
possessed, man.
bro. It
It's
looks like they're coked out. Their pupils are like this big, and you're like,
does.
whoa, like stop doing so
It's
much
insane,
blow or
man.
stop taking your
Yeah,
SRIs. Like, pick one or the
yeah,
other.
yeah. They definitely were white lining it and stuff like that, man. It's fucking, it's insane, man. Or just when you see them acting like crazy on a post, they're yelling and screaming in their car and stuff like that. It's like, holy shit.
Those are
It's
my
like, oh
favorite
my God.
videos, though. I love those because then I just make content off of them. And it's like, for me, I'm like, that's a gold mine. I'm like, okay, great. Like I see this person like flipping the fuck out about something. I'm like, all right, let's see what they're talking about first, and then I'll watch it.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, let's make a video about this. It'll be funny. Like try to come up
Yeah.
with some. I posted a video yesterday, and then Ant took the video and made his own video of it. But it was these. Stop that! Stop that, Zoro. But
His
it's
furries are acting up again. Not to be
yeah,
confused with people who want to be furries. He doesn't have them
correct.
in his
It's just
house.
a furry animal. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. So that's what you get when you have teenage daughters. Anyways, the video was of these liberals going out to protest ICE or something, and they're in like
Hmm.
one girl's in a cart, and they built it up to be like a tank, right? Like a makeshift tank, Halloween tank, if you will. And all 3 of them are dressed up as clowns. So in the video, I just go, well, if they're gonna go throw a tantrum in public, they may as well be dressed for the part.
It's true, man.
That's what it comes down to at this point. It's just these people are so out of touch with reality that they're
Yeah.
going to protest dressed up as clowns. Like, that's the most irony I've seen in any video I think I've ever seen. That it's the most ironic video, and they're
And then
not
they dress
doing
the
it.
part.
But they're not doing it ironically. That's the
No, they're
sad
not.
part. They don't understand that they look retarded, and it's like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah, but again, they don't care, man. They're so far gone in their mental capacity and their frame of thought, okay, and how it is they think because they've been trained to think a certain way that they can't like it's like the freaking it's like you've ever seen like a line of cows just following each other,
Yeah,
okay, and then if one steps off, okay, one steps off, they all go crazy because they don't know what to do.
yeah.
Right? They're all just like, "Oh shit! Like, where do I go? Where do I go?" And they start mooing and like because they don't know what the fuck.
But
They don't know who to follow.
funny story about that though is back in the day they used to have walls that were like 6 feet tall, so the cows couldn't see anything, right?
Correct.
And there was a kid who was like, well, let's lower the walls to like 3 feet, and it calmed the cows down because they could see everything that's going on around them. It actually made the meat a lot better, and it was more humane for the cows because they were less stressed. There's like a whole documentary about it. I watched it one
Right.
time, but it was very interesting. Sorry, my
No, but
ADHD brain, but
that's all right, man. But what I'm saying is, if they're in a line following each other in a pasture, okay, like they're following the leader. There's always like they'll do that. But and if the leader fucking doesn't do the same thing that they've done every day, okay, in walking in or wherever they go through the
pandemonium
pasture,
breaks out.
it's fucking pandemonium. All the cows will start going crazy. They'll stay in place, but they'll be like, "Rrr," and fucking
Like, what the
everybody's
fuck's
just
going
losing
on,
their
guys?
shit. Yeah, they're
Oh
just like
shit!
losing their shit. Okay, it's just like that's how I look at the leftists, man. It's just they're just
I
like
look at them
cows
more
that
like
just can't.
lemmings. I look
That's a
at them
good
like
way.
lemmings. The lemmings, they'll run their entire crew off a fucking cliff
Yeah, they damn
for the
sure will.
sake of being right, and that's what they do. They'll just march right off on over the cliff and kill themselves,
In a
and
tight formation.
yeah, and they just all just I don't even
Nina
know if you remember that
Nina
old
says
game
cows are
back in the
smarter than
day.
libtards.
There was a fucking video game back when we were kids. It had to do with lemmings, and it was like the funniest. The lemmings
I
were
don't
just
remember.
fun. I can't remember it, but
And you had to like literally lead the rest of the lemmings off a cliff.
pretty much, yeah, yeah. It was
It's
something
awesome.
back in the day. I think it was on like Windows 3.14 or something like that, or
Oh man.
3.11.
Oh my god, bro!
Like,
I started playing games on a Texas Instrument, man.
dude, I had one of those. Yeah, my
Yeah.
my my first
Actually, I had a
console
Commodore
was
64 as well.
Ooh, okay. I had the fuck, what's it called? Shit. Had Pong on it.
Atari.
Oh god,
Atari
Atari.
had Pong.
I had the
I had
Atari,
Atari.
and then I got the NES, and then
Oh, we had
and
I
then
had Atari, and we also had ColecoVision.
oh shit,
Yeah, and had
that's
Coleco.
the
That's
real shit right
yeah,
there.
yeah. My dad saved up and shit like that, and got a little extra money. I guess he got
That shit
paid a
was
little
like five
extra,
hundred
so we were able to
dollars
get.
back in the
That shit
80s.
was ridiculous.
Dude,
ColecoVision was
fucking
absolutely
holy
insane,
shit,
and it
dude,
had
that's
the handles that looked like they were phones and shit.
dude, that's rad. I
Yeah,
still
we had
have my
ColecoVision.
childhood. I still have my childhood Nintendo.
My brother has all the NES games that we had. We have to try to find an NES system. That's we've been talking about that. He still has all the games, and
I
stuff
don't
like
have
that.
any
So
of my
we
PlayStations or anything, but I have my NES.
bro, NES was awesome when it came out, man. It was
Dude, Mario
absolutely
Brothers, Zelda,
Mario
come
Brothers.
on.
Yep.
You know
Mike
there was
Tyson's
a
Punch
Dragon
Out.
Ball. Oh, Mike Tyson's Punch Out was
Contra.
fantastic. Ooh.
Contra.
All right, go ahead with the
Okay.
code.
I can't remember. My brother still remembers the code. It was like up, up, down, down, fucking
Down,
left,
left,
right, fucking
right,
yeah.
left,
So
right.
yeah,
A,
it's
B,
like
select, start.
my brother still remembers that shit. If we got an NES yet tomorrow and we both
He's all.
started playing, he would be able to fucking punch him in really quick and be like, "Come on, let's go play.
Dude,
Let's
Contra
run this
was
shit."
so much fun, man. I
So
love that game. But there was a game. It was kind of like how Pokemon came on the Game Boys, right?
mhm.
But it was Dragon Ball, and no one knew it was Dragon Ball. But it was made by Nintendo, and you were Goku in the game.
Really in the NE
Yes,
on the NES,
on
I didn't know
NES,
that.
yeah.
I didn't even know that
And
game
like the whole
existed.
point of the game was going and finding the Dragon Balls, but they called it other things.
They called it
So
something else.
yeah, but you're a little monkey boy, you know. His hair like Goku and everything. He had a little tail and shit.
That's funny, man.
Dude, it was rad.
I didn't even know that. I have to look that shit up now.
Yeah, dude, look
Jonathan,
that
find out the
game.
name of that game from the NES, man. The Dragon Ball fucking game that
Please.
uh
He's
I
gonna
didn't even
pull it up
realize
and
they
he's
had
gonna be
that.
like, "It's this." I'll
Yeah,
confirm it if you're right,
that's fucking funny, man. And then
dude.
we had Excite Bike.
Well,
Uh
Excite Bike was. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude! We had the best childhood, man. Like we really
yeah.
did. You know, we had the consoles, but then that wasn't our main source of entertainment. Our
No,
main source
man.
of entertainment was being outside with our friends until the street lights came on.
Yep.
Once the street lights came on, if you're not in your house, you're getting your ass beat. You know, because
And
I'm
like I was like the NES came out. I was already in was I in high school when it was it 85 or 86? I think 86 was when the NES. So I was in junior high school. So we
here.
obviously
Let's
had it
ask
all through
Siri.
high school because
When
we
did
used to have
NES
Tecmo
come out?
Bowl. We used to have a fucking Tecmo
Nintendo
Bowl
Entertainment System was published the
83.
15th of July.
in
83.
83. Yeah,
My
we didn't
uncle
get
was in
one.
Tecmo
We
Bowl.
didn't get one until it was like 86 is when we had one. But
I think we got ours
Tecmo
like
Bowl.
88 or something like that. Yeah, my
Yeah.
uncle was in Tecmo Bowl though.
Who's your uncle?
Ray Wershing. He played for the
Oh shit.
49ers. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Huh.
Well,
Yeah, but
kick,
you remember
kick.
fucking everybody wanted to play with the Raiders so they could be Bo Jackson because he was like he could just do whatever you wanted with Bo Jackson. Hey, what's up? We got a furry sighting.
You can hear my daughter in the background too.
Yeah.
Everybody say hi. Whatever. Oh, okay. Are you doing your
Yep.
homework? You need to get caught up on that, okay?
Yeah, at some
Good
point
job.
they'll get that. Damn, man,
No,
fucking games are awesome, man.
she's a good kid. She actually so her school like driving wise would be like it's like 25 30 minutes away.
Oh, really?
So she actually had, yeah, she rides her bike to the train station, hops on
Hmm.
the train, rides to school, or and then rides her bike to the school, and then comes back.
Is it an actual train or is it a light rail?
It's like a light rail, like a sprinter.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
It's a
remember taking I remember taking that San Diego trolley though.
yeah. The trolley's
Fucking
cool from
yeah,
Oceanside down to San Diego. So
yeah,
this one it actually ends there, but it goes from west to east
yeah,
and east to west. So it's not north and south, but it's called the sprinter. It it's just a North County only thing. It runs through like 3 cities. That's
yeah.
it. back in the day when I was super poor and my cars broke down, I had to take public transportation to work. I was in the medical field back then too, as a
Mhm.
reuse technician for dialysis.
Oh wow.
And this was 13, 14 years ago. And so I would hop on the Sprinter, take it all the way out to Oceanside, and then take the train up to Orange County, go to work every day.
No shit, man. Wow, that was
Yeah.
one hell of a freaking run you had.
That was like
Holy
it was
shit.
like an hour and a half, 2 hour trip daily,
Yeah.
there, and then another one back, and I was working 10 to
It was
12 hours a day.
back in the day when it was like fun to go to TJ.
Shit, dude. I mean, it's still fun to go down there now. It's
I
not
wouldn't go
like
there if my life depended on it now, but
I have global
I'm
entry.
sure people still hang. I'm sure people still hang.
It's
Uh,
TJ's not what you have to worry about. It's more so like Cabo and stuff. That's where
yeah,
like the cartels really, because they want to get people with actual money.
yeah.
No one's going down to TJ to party at night. That's like back when we were 18, 19, 20. You must have been stationed at Camp Pendleton or something, or
I was at
Coronado.
Pendleton. I was
Okay.
at Pendleton. Yeah,
Yeah, so you know the drill then. Like I
yeah.
live in I live in Vista. It's right down the street from Pendleton.
Right, right.
My grandfather was stationed
Yeah.
at Pendleton for 15 years.
Uh, the name of the game was Dragon Ball Adventure. Dragon Ball, Dragon Power both came out on NES in the States.
Okay, that game was fun.
Yeah.
Super awesome game. But
Yeah, man.
but
TJ was fucking the best, man. The
dude,
1990s was so much fun out in California. See,
well,
I was not only was I stationed in Pendleton, but my family was up in the Los Angeles area. So like
oh shit, that's good.
I would go up to I would go up to LA every weekend. Me and my boys
Yeah.
would just like pack in a car and go stay at my cousin's pad and then just fucking party in Los Angeles. So like
Oh
I
hell
got to
yeah.
party up on Hollywood and fucking Vine and the Florentine Gardens and the Palace and
Well,
whatnot
see,
and
I'm
everything like
familiar
that.
with all that too because I
Yeah.
living close enough. It's like all right, like I have a bunch of friends that live up there, and
Yeah.
yeah,
There was
LA's definitely.
when we went to San Diego, there was this fucking man, this I can't for the life of me. It might have been just called Ole. It was a Spanish restaurant, like actual Spanish restaurant, and it had a downstairs, like you would eat upstairs, and then downstairs there was a club. Um, and they would play like it was like they always had like salsa going on Saturdays, and then it would turn into like house music and everything, and whatnot, and turn into like a regular club. But like the food, I think it was called Ole. I can't for the life of me remember if that was correct or not.
There's Cafe
Um,
Sevilla now.
um, I would have to see fucking pictures, man. But again, there was like you would eat upstairs, like you came in and then the club was actually downstairs, like in a basement essentially, but it was big enough where it was like pretty fucking cool and stuff like that. We would go and eat, eat some paella and then go downstairs and freaking and fucking
You're
party.
just getting
Uh,
paella with
man.
that's a meal right there.
Yeah, that was on a fucking good night. The anytime we went there was after it was a pay week,
Well,
so we
see
had a little
now
bit of money to fucking get together.
I went to San Diego a couple weeks ago, and I honestly I make it down there maybe once or twice a year. It's just because it's so much. At this age, I'm like, I don't want to be out until 3 in the morning. It's like it's a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah.
But we went down and we went to Moonshine Flats, which I like. It's a fun little bar. They do live country music and stuff like that, which is
Right
pretty
on.
sick. Oh God, hold on.
Right on. You got a you got a drinking night coming up a little bit later, right?
Yeah. We have beer night. I do beer nights every Wednesday with the boys. It's just a
Right on.
bunch of dads, and we get together. We drink some really high end beers, and
Got to take time to do that stuff, man. Got to definitely take time to chill. I
if
wait till
if you have
Fridays to drink, but
yeah, but you have good friends that live near you.
I am fucking so I left New York in December. Kind of circumstances kind of forced the issue. My landlord who had been my landlord for like 8 years, um, was finally he's an older guy, so he was selling his properties and stuff like that to his partner. And like he never raised my rent like twice in the 8 years, a total of maybe 200, yeah, $200 in 8 years.
Shit, mine
Okay.
gets raised like $200 a year.
Yeah, I know. And then like once he said that, hey, I'm gonna be this was like in a October, I'm sorry, it was like late October of 2023, and I'm sorry, 2024, and he was just like yeah, I'm gonna sell my part of the business out. He's like, you do know you're paying under market value. I was like, I do. He's like, I'm selling to my partner, and I'm letting you know your rent is gonna go like through the roof. So you gotta decide what it is you want to
Figure
do.
it out.
And
Yeah.
I essentially fucking this was at the end of October of 2024. November, I found a place and fucking moved in December, man. And just fucking packed all my shit, came down. All my family left anyway. So I came down south. I'm about 3.5 hours away from them because I just had this. I love my family. I still need my space, uh, and whatnot and stuff. And
I'm
that
like
way it's
two
not too
miles
far.
away from my entire
Yeah.
family. My
That
my
way it's
my
not.
brother my brother lives about a mile away. My sister lives 2 miles away, and she's neighbors with my mom and dad.
No, there you
You
go.
know.
Yeah, no, my family's about 3.5 hours, 4 hours
Okay.
with my old ass. I got to stop to take a piss. Halfway there, I got to stop to go to the bathroom,
Right.
and whatnot. But
Get a snack or two.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. But like, yeah, I'm like where I'm at right now. It's just like I'm dolo right now. I'm starting to meet people and stuff finally, and
Yeah.
what. But like, I can't say I have any friends here, and whatnot. So
No. Yeah. That
it's all
makes it
good,
hard to
man.
have a beer night, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We-
But again, on Friday nights after I do the show, I go on another show called Bourbon and Beer on Rumble.
Yeah.
Doing a little plug there.
I might have to
Um,
join you for that this Friday. I don't think I have any plans.
yeah, fucking sign. You got Discord?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sign up
I'll
on the
I'll get
Discord.
it. I'll send you my Discord through text after this.
Okay. And then, like I was gonna say, you could, because we got a Discord too called Big Red One Guys Patriot Hangout. That's what we have on movie night and stuff
Okay.
like that and everything. So you can sign up for that as well and just come fucking hang out when you
Nice.
can. But yeah, I'll talk to Yankee Free and them and stuff like that. They're always looking for new people to fucking hang and whatnot. And see if we could get something going one day
Yeah.
and have you come on and come hang with us and just talk. We shoot
Talk
the shit
shit.
and we just drink. They're already, like I said, they're already like 3 sheets to the wind by the time I get there.
That
And I
that's
drink on
always the
Friday night.
best.
I drink on the Friday night show, but they're already like in it. They're drinking bourbon, whiskey, fucking straight out of the bottle and
They're just
whatnot.
all right here.
Yeah, they're just like I said, and you hear it in their voice when you get there. You just hear it. It's just like fucking. It's like, oh yeah, the conversation is gonna be absolutely hysterical,
Yeah, that's
um,
awesome. I love that.
and whatnot. And I just hang with
That's
them
always
for
the
about
best,
two
though.
hours. Yeah, and I continue drinking and just hang with them for 2 hours and stuff like that. So I drink on the Friday show and then I drink some more on that show. So 4 hours of
And
drinking, but I
then
milk
yeah,
the
yeah.
shit out of mine. I just make them very very strong.
Then you drink on the movie nights. You know.
Yeah, this last night, I was actually drinking
Well, it's a scary
on
movie,
movie
so
night. It
I
was,
think I would
but I'm not
I
into
probably would have
horror.
skipped that one.
I'm not. I'm just like I'm not
I
into horror.
can't
I
do
never
I
have
can't
been.
do horror, bro. I like comedy. I like action. You know, romantic
Oh,
comedies even. I'm like, all
yeah,
right, I'll watch some of those, but
no
horror,
homo.
I'm
You
just
gotta
like
say no homo after that, bro.
definitely hope. No, I'm just saying. I
Now
do
there are some
love.
really funny romantic comedies that are actually pretty fucking hysterical.
Yeah, yeah. I do love slasher movies though. I'll do slasher movies.
So like fucking like
Like Saw.
psychological thrillers and stuff
No,
like
no, no.
that.
Like
And
Saw and shit like that.
but that's pretty much horror, dude.
It's not. No. Horror's like The Conjuring with fucking dolls and shit. Nah.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with that.
that I
Annabelle?
fucking toughed it out, man. I toughed it out.
Annabelle? Mm-mm. Not doing
Yeah,
it. My brother though, my brother, he's like, that's all he watches. He only wants to watch horror. I'm like, I
into
don't
that
get it. I
shit.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Like even back in the day with like Freddy Krueger and fucking Jason and
Oh,
Michael
dude.
Myers, like that shit was scary to me. But we also had like Amityville Horror and
Yeah.
whatnot, and The Exorcist and shit like that. And like I
So
just back then it was
you know what a
scary, but I
Murphy
was
bed
never
is, right?
into it. Huh?
Do you know what a Murphy bed is?
Yeah. Hey.
It comes out from the wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
as a kid growing
Oh
up,
shit.
that was my bed, right?
The
I had a
Murphy
Murphy
bed.
bed. So my room was wide open. So I put the
Right.
bed away, you know, after I wake up and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
I think Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever it was, the first Freddy Krueger movie came out in like
In the
1988 or
80s.
80,
It was in the
yeah,
80s. I got a
89.
story for you on that one, but go ahead.
I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, right?
Who's the
We're in my room and we're watching it on my little fucking CRT TV.
Oh
And I'm like,
shit.
all right, you know, we're watching it, and I'm like, all right. And the next night I go to bed, my sister somehow she made like fucking Freddy Kruger claws with like
Yeah.
butter knives or some shit. And I'm in bed, like, and she's under my fucking bed, and I'm about to fall asleep, and this bitch goes, just
That's fucking
with the
great.
fucking claws. I swear to God, I swear to God, I pissed myself. I was like,
That so fucking Nightmare on Elm Street was actually 1984. Okay.
okay.
And it was
So I saw it when I was
1984.
5, so that was like 89.
So me and my cousin snuck into with these two chicks. We were fucking all kids. Okay, we snuck into. There was this movie theater down the block from us. It was essentially it was just the most ghettoest movie theater. It was so easy to fucking sneak in and whatnot. I don't think
Yeah.
nobody ever paid attention, right? There was all kinds of nefarious shit going on in there and stuff like that. On like Saturday nights, it was like a fucking porn theater or whatever it is for like half the time. It was insane. It was really ridiculous, bro.
Some Pee Wee
So we
Herman shit
snuck,
going on there.
yeah, we snuck in to go watch fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, we're all kids and stuff like that, and fucking I was what I think I was like 11, going on 12 years old, or whatever. And yeah, I was actually 10, going on 11. We snuck in late too. Like it was like we weren't all none of us was supposed to be out. Okay, and we fucking went down the block, and some girls from the neighborhood came with me and my cousin. Bro, that scene where where the kids in the jail, the teenage kids in the jail, and then the sheet goes through like the bars and what, like, to get ready to hang him and stuff like that. We all were
Yeah.
like, that's it, we're done. We didn't even make it past that. It was just, we're
Oh
done.
shit.
It's like fucking all fucking
So
ran out.
you did you see where the claw comes up through the bed?
Yeah, yeah,
Or,
yeah. I
yeah,
eventually
okay.
saw the movie. Yeah, we eventually
Okay.
saw the movie fucking afterwards, but like we went to go try it as kids to go see it. We, like I said, we snuck in through like some side door. Bro, we didn't even run out the side door. We ran out through the movie theater, past people. They're like, what the fuck? They were like, what are you kids doing in here? We're running
Yeah.
out of fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. It was the absolute worst, man. But we didn't even make it past that. Like we were all
Dude,
just like
that's
scared shitless
crazy.
and stuff like that. I eventually saw it fucking like a year or two later and stuff, but it was just
Dude,
like all four fucking idiots, kids running in and just running that through the movie theater, scared
oh
shitless and
my
whatnot.
God. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, my dad took us to the Oceanside harbor. It was the Oceanside Harbor,
Mhm.
right? So he had my mom drop us off. It was me, my dad, and my brother. He dropped. So we got dropped off at the Oceanside Harbor, which you're familiar with.
But with the piers at, where their piers at and stuff like that, right?
Just north of that, where all the boats are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we walked from the Oceanside Harbor down to Del Mar.
Oh my God, that's a fucking walk and a half, man.
Yeah. So it took us like 10 or 11 hours, something like that. It was like
I was about to say that's like holy shit.
it was an all day thing. And our reward, though, I think I was like 10 or 11. My brother was 11 or 12. But our reward is we got to go see a movie. So my dad took us to the movies that was down in Del Mar. And we go in, and it was our first R rated movie,
Oh shit. What was it?
Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh, okay. All right. At
Yeah.
least that was a good one.
Have you watched it recently, though?
I have not seen it in fucking well over 2 decades, man. Oh, however long it was ago. Yeah, it's been a
We
while.
watched it at beer night a couple weeks ago.
Oh God,
So we have a big
Jonathan,
like
blood in, blood out, man. We got to think about that for a movie night. Go ahead, man.
so we have a big like 150-inch projector screen and
Hmm.
stuff in the back. So we'll throw on movies or sports or whatever is going on. So we threw on Blood In, Blood Out, and all of us are big fans of it. We always quote it and
Yeah.
Vatos Locos Home, shit like that, and like and there's just so much good about that movie. So we watched. It was the shittiest fucking movie.
Yeah, when you watch it later on, yeah, when
So
you watch
bad,
later
dude.
on, fucking General Mills, I did see Saturday the 14th. That was actually a comedy. It's supposed to be
God.
somewhat thrillerish. It was actually a comedy. Yeah, when you
Wait,
watch a lot of
Saturday the
those movies,
14th? Is that like a
yeah,
comedy? Like a
it's an actual movie, man.
That's hilarious. All
It's an
right.
actual movie.
I'll have to check that out.
That's a good one, General Mills. You brought out, man, that shit took me back. Saturday the 14th. Uh,
But yeah, it was just so funny because the
but
back
they're
when I was a
classic
kid,
movies, though, man.
that
They're
movie
still
was
classic
fucking
movies.
that movie was the shit though. It was the first time I saw boobies. you know, and I just
Especially your first fucking R-rated flick, you got to see
yeah,
some
first
tits.
R-rated flick, and then there's boobs, and I'm like, yes, like this is the great, like my life has peaked at 10 years old, and then we watch it again as adults, and we're like, holy fuck, this is bad. Like we still love it, like we
Yeah,
watched the whole
it's
thing, and
still a
we're like, yes, like because it's the nostalgia and everything like that.
yeah,
But holy shit,
yeah.
was that hilarious? Like that when you said we went and snuck in and because then after that movie we did a double feature and I don't even remember what the second movie was. I think I passed out. I was so tired.
Yeah, bro.
But
This movie theater, we snuck into so many different movies. I got to go see uh Rambo there and stuff like that. Saw
it's a good
First
movie.
Blood fucking on VHS, and then watched, what do you call it, Rambo in the movie theaters there.
Dude, that's
What
awesome.
else did I see? I got to see Return of the Jedi there. So like even with all the shit, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, everybody knows
Dude,
that.
I'm
Well,
I'm
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 a George
bummed.
Lucas fan. I'm a George
I
Lucas
am
Star Wars
bummed
fan.
though. I never got to see any of the original Star Wars in theaters.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Mm-mm.
All right, so
Yeah.
my dad. So what a lot of people don't realize is with Star Wars, okay, when it came out in '77, it had kept doing so good that they kept re-releasing it every year up until 1980 when Empire Strikes Back came back. So like I
Yeah.
actually saw it in 1979. My dad, it was
Well, see, I
78,
was born in
79.
'83 though,
Yeah,
so
my dad took me in '79 to see Star Wars, and then in 1980 I went to go see Empire Strikes Back with him. So like,
well
you know,
nowadays they do the re-releases all the time. They need to
yeah,
re-release the
they released the prequels and they did fantastic,
oh
you
yeah.
know,
I saw all
because it's
three of
George
those in
Lucas Star
theaters
Wars.
and it's
Yeah,
they're not as good, but they're still good movies. I
still good
remember
movies, man. They're still
I
pretty.
I
They're still George Lucas Star Wars. So like,
yeah
you know,
I snapped this arm in half at a wrestling tournament up in like Central California, and I was on Demerol, if you know what that
oh,
is.
oh yeah.
Yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah,
I got a story with Demerol, but go ahead.
I was having a good time. But then my entire team, so it was last day of the tournament, broke my arm, had to go to the emergency room, all that bullshit. Morphine didn't work on me because I was born addicted to heroin, so I have a high
Mm,
tolerance to morphine. So they
oh, that's
used
sad.
Demerol. And it is what it is. Like turned
Yeah.
out
All right.
not
It's
crazy,
life,
so
man.
I'm like
Yeah.
whatever. But they gave me Demerol, and I was so just most
It's
drugged
gone.
out. Yeah, gone.
It hits fast too.
Yeah, and so my dad's like, "All right, let's go back to the hotel room." I'm like, "No, we need to go see Star Wars because that's where everybody else was." I
Right.
walk in, and this is I remember this clear as day. I walk into and I have not seen this movie since. Right?
Was it the Phantom Menace or were you at
No,
Attack of the
it's
Clones?
where Yoda's fighting Count.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones, where Yoda's fighting Count Draku, or whatever his name is. Can
What'd you call
what
him?
Count something?
Dooku,
Dude,
brother. You call him Draco.
whatever. Drago from it's a mix.
Draco was Harry Potter, bro.
Drago is from
Drago was Rocky
exactly. That's what I was mixing Rocky and whatever.
in Star
Anyways,
Wars.
back to
Rocky,
the
Harry
fun.
Potter, and fucking Star Wars.
Like I said, I was drugged the fuck out. All right, and I've only seen that
Right.
movie that one time. But I just remember Yoda bouncing around, and I was just
Yeah.
all, oh shit. I need
You
to go
must have been
back and
high
watch
as a
it again.
Yeah, there listen, man. I'm a George Lucas Star Wars fan. Disney Star Wars sucks. Other than like the first, second season of The Mandalorian weren't bad, but um the problem is like many of us read a lot of the expanded universe when they started making books in the early 1990s,
Yeah,
right?
about
So they started making Star Wars books, and
like
some of those
Leia's
stories were
kid and stuff like that.
yes, some of those stories were so fucking fantastic that they had all of this lore, expanded universe or not, okay, that they could have used. They could have been making. They could be right now making so much animation with all the billions that they've lost on Star Wars. Okay, they could have made a shit ton of animation.
How'd they lose
All right.
billions?
Well, they just because they suck dick. Okay,
Oh,
because
okay,
every
that's
single one
fair.
of those movies fucking suck. Um,
Well, the new
it's
ones,
just
yeah,
like,
the new ones
and
just
it's but it's not just the movies. But it's not just the movies. Well, I mean, it's not just Star Wars. It's with Marvel too. They lost a lot of them. So all of that together, they have lost a lot of money. But with Star Wars in particular, they had all this all this great stuff. So in 2014, when Disney bought Lucasfilm, I was a little excited, right? And I was like, shit, man. And the
They're
last
gonna
set of books that I
animate. They're gonna do this. They're gonna
yeah,
do that. Yeah.
the last set of books I read were called The Fate of the Jedi. Okay, there was like it's like 10 books, I think. Of They took like 10 of maybe 5 or 6 of the best authors, and they made several books. Some of them made a book together and stuff like that. Like some of the best fucking authors throughout the expanded universe, they made these fantastic books, and called The Fate of the Jedi. And I was like ecstatic. I was like, holy shit, this is perfect timing. They could literally start here and then go backwards and stuff like that. It was like perfect, right?
That would
The same.
actually be pretty sick.
It was
Yeah.
literally the amount of years, okay, that had passed and all the shit that happened in between fucking Return of the Jedi and the Fate of the Jedi books, okay? There was a whole bunch of shit that went on. Fucking same year, Kathleen Palpatine, fucking Darth Kennedy comes out and says the expanded universe is not lore. We're gonna call it legends. It doesn't exist. So like
Well, like what they
right there
did
and
with
then I knew,
Dragon
yeah,
Ball
the alarms went
GT.
up. Yeah, the alarms
That's
went
Dragon
up, the
Ball
red
GT. Though
flags.
they're like it no longer exists.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
big
just like
anime guy, so
I love anime too. But fucking like, but what I'm saying is like I knew right there, oh shit, we're in trouble. Like as a fan. And then obviously the stuff that they put out, they literally told 3 generations of fans to go fuck themselves. We're gonna do this, we're gonna just continue to make this garbage
Well,
and
dude,
whatnot. And
now
that's
all
why
they
they've
do is
lost.
woke gender ideology bullshit, and every single
Yeah.
one of the movies they put out in the last like 5 years has just absolutely failed. They've
Yeah, it's been
lost so
fucking
much
dog
fucking
shit.
money, dude. What's the new? They just put one out that it's like the worst movie they've ever put out. They like
Yeah.
the box office was like 24 million, and they spent like 150 on it.
It doesn't surprise me. They waste so much fucking money, man.
Yeah, well, but we're not
It is
going
the
after your
absolute
kids,
worst.
everybody.
Yeah, they're the absolute worst, man. They blow.
I hate it.
Sucks. It absolutely sucks, man. Um,
Just go
yeah,
back to
just
making
fucking.
movies with just do the old, what's it called, the hero story, like the fucking Luke
Well, they can't
Skywalker's a
even do that
kid.
anymore, man.
They can, they
They've
just won't.
they have. There's no creativity, man, at all
Well,
left.
you know
Okay,
why?
they they keep trying to like redo things, and nobody has their own ideas anymore, right? They just want to fucking let's make a remake of something, some IP that was fantastic, and then they turn it into complete dog shit.
It's like, oh, Hawaii 5-0. Let's remake that. Let's remake like every single movie has been remade. And I think the reason that we don't have any more creativity is due to SSRIs. Everybody's just too heavily medicated to
Everybody's
actually.
fucking drugged up.
Let's start drugging them up.
But aren't the drugs
Let's
supposed to help a little bit with fucking creativity? What the fuck,
Well,
man?
LSD and mushrooms, yeah. So let's start giving them those, and then say, hey, make some new shit.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking sad, man. It's
I hate it.
absolutely sad. And Rumble fucking Studio is killing me right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to because I gotta get it up so that like when we fucking sign off here shortly, I have to what do you call it, babe? I gotta be able to
It's funny when I'm
sign
looking down
off.
like that. It's because I'm reading the Rumble chat and I'm like squinting my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, just like, it's just like it's just terrible, man. What I don't know what is going on with fucking Rumble. Like I
It'll
have to
be
be able
fixed
to
by Friday.
yeah, I have to be able to fucking get in there because like I gotta be able to shut us down.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh oh.
my God.
We're staying here all night, boys.
Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna fucking I don't know how this is gonna end. I mean, it'll still end on my end, but I'll have like a 5 hour fucking episode and 2 hours of actual be video time, and the
Well,
rest will be
can't
dead
you
fucking
edit it?
air. Yeah, I can edit it, but I still have to stop it. I still have to stop it. You know, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna raid Nina. I see that. We're gonna hit up Common Censored because Beyond the Noise, they're probably gonna be signing out the same time we do. Uh, but like, I still got to be able to shut us down. Like, I can shut us down in the studio. I can shut us down on YouTube, but for whatever reason, I can't get into Rumble Studio.
Can you
It's
can
not the
you
domains.
can you refresh it or no?
Yeah, I'm trying that. I'm doing that right now as we speak, just to try to see if I can. I'm
Let's see.
refreshing the regular page to see if I can get into Rumble Studio. because the Rumble Studio page won't fucking reload for me at all.
Here, let me do this. Rumble Studio.
Oh, here we go. Nice. Okay. All right. All right.
I mean, there
There we
were
go.
some
I'm
people
in a good
that
spot.
some people in the last like hour or so, not very many, but they were reporting issues
Yeah,
with
that
Down
doesn't surprise
Detector.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like they've been having issues. They were having issues last week too. Monday, I think they were having issues too. I mean, we were able to get going on Monday without any problems, but they've been having just like, I know AWS, it doesn't, I don't think it has anything to do with Rumble, but AWS has been, Jonathan actually works for Amazon, so he had to sit on his fucking ass on Friday and whatnot. And I think Monday too, because the system was down. It
Yeah.
was a Monday. I think it was Monday. Jonathan, was that Monday that you guys were having issues with AWS? Where it's like like his whole day was like wasted and whatnot, So, but
That's always a good feeling, you know.
yeah, at least I got the Rumble Studio pulled up, so like I can actually get in it now. Man, that was fucking crazy. Yeah, he says yes.
Yep.
That was really crazy. Fucking nuts,
I don't know
man.
where your phone is.
So, but let everybody know where you're at, brother. Your link tree is in the description. So those of you who,
Nice.
click his link tree and all his socials are there.
Yeah, I
Um,
got I got
I'm,
Facebook, which has the highest number of followers, Instagram, which TikTok, YouTube, and I just started a Rumble today.
yeah, we got to get you on Rumble, man.
No,
Get your videos over there and whatnot. But if you're gonna, what do you call it? If you're gonna live stream and stuff, like I said, you can live stream to Facebook from here with Evie
yeah,
Mux and
yeah,
whatnot.
the EVMAX
Um,
is. It seems like it's a good program.
it is, man. Every now and then you get an issue like any other software.
Yeah.
But tonight has been Rumble just fucking around, dicking around, because I was able to get right into YouTube without any problem whatsoever, and I couldn't hit start stream in the Rumble Studio. There's like a whole to do. Whereas with YouTube through EVMux, once you hit go live, it goes right to your channel. You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about anything. There is a way to do that with Rumble, okay? Because I used to do that, which now I have to do it through Rumble Studio because I'm trying to get monetized and I'm trying to keep my hours there. So like in order to in order to keep your hours, you got to do something like
How many hours do you have to get
so
monetized?
you got to have 30 hours filmed through Rumble Studio, right? Then you got to have 5 of those hours have to be part of Rumble Premium, right? So essentially, if people have a Rumble Premium, they'll be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't have Rumble Premium, you won't be able to. But like if somebody signs up for Rumble Premium through your page, right, because they want to see you, then you actually get a portion of that, and stuff like that, so they can monitor that stuff. But if you can get subscribers, which isn't easy, that's the best way. It saves your subscribers money because instead of paying $10 a month, they pay $5 a month, and then they can watch your Rumble Premium. Your moderators can watch any of your premium stuff, no matter what, because they're
Yeah.
moderating your show, so it doesn't matter. So there's different ways, and then you have to do 5 ad reads a month. So like you got these little campaigns. You just gotta find something you want to read and fucking put it on your shit. All you gotta do is 5 of them. You do them in the first week, you're done. You don't have to worry about
Yep.
it. You could do them all in one show and not have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that in one show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
you also have to maintain 200 view hours a month, which is like if you're fucking grinding like we are, we're averaging like on 1 month I had like 500 hours. Think this month I'm at like close to 300 hours. So like for the most part, as long as you're grinding and putting up content, and you're doing your lives and stuff like that, you're fine. You'll be
Nah, that
okay.
makes sense. Nice.
But with EVMux, like I said, since you're on Facebook and you have a huge following, you can actually do Facebook Live through
Yeah.
EVMux. You can do YouTube because you have a YouTube page. You can also do um, Jonathan says
Just
Yarny, she's
do it all.
one of my friends. Yeah, she does all of them in the first week, so she doesn't. Yeah, 'cause she doesn't like to. She doesn't like to read ad reads, creator wise. Yeah, I'll probably. That's like what I'll do. Once I finally get confirmation and they accept me into the creator program because I met all the parameters in my ad reads, I'll get them done in the beginning of the month, so I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Do them all in the first week. Don't have to worry about it. 3 shows.
Makes
You have to
sense.
have 5 ad reads. Actually, I have 4 shows because we do a Saturday show. If you ever want to hang out on a Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, I got a show called The Salty Dog Show with the real Tom Lee Booze. He's actually he's British. He's an Iraqi vet as
Okay.
well with the British Army, and he's actually looking to try to get to the U.S. He's trying to get a job with Rumble because he's a coder or whatnot. But he's the one who made the intro that we
Oh,
saw. He
sick.
made the intro from
Yeah,
um,
I like the intro.
yeah,
That
it's
song
pretty cool.
slaps hard. I was like,
It was fucking like I was laughing through it because like it's just it's like part AI generated, part him because he like he had to get all the clips and stuff like that and everything was just like he took the time. That was his gift to us because on Monday it was our 1 year anniversary.
nice, dude.
So
Congratulations.
like yeah, that was his gift to us. So
That's huge.
tonight, fam, remember I was telling you about the raids? We are going to raid the Common Censored in America first. Good dude, Lord Sterling. His show is usually pretty good. Let me see. Well, I don't know if we're gonna do that actually, because I don't know if
Doesn't
he's
look
still
like he's
going.
up.
Yeah, I don't think he's still up. Yeah, all right. Hang on. Handy News is still going. All right, we can get the Handy News in there. Yeah, so like that's one of the fun things, man. Rating people and stuff like that. We got rated like 2 months ago, and it's been one raid after the other ever since.
Yeah, I've seen it to where like Nick Merckx, the huge Twitch streamer.
Yeah,
That guy raided someone once.
right.
Hey, I was watching his stream and he goes
Do
and
you
just
hear like
raids.
a nasty sound?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well,
Huh.
what is it?
I don't know. It's coming from my fucking. I'm getting feedback from my microphone. Well, that was terrible. All right. That was absolutely fucking
Your
horrible.
microphone sounds good though. I just have shitty gaming headphones,
Yeah. All right. We're gonna do the. Everybody seems to be off-label podcast is still on, so we will do them because everybody seems to like have been done and ready for the day, but they go late. So, holy shit, man! It's been fucking one hell of a pain in the ass. But like, I have to find out what's going on with my mic because that's like that shouldn't be happening. So, anyway, fam, we are gonna be bailing out here soon. I'd like to thank you all for fucking coming to hang with us tonight. Sorry about the chat. Sorry that I couldn't see anything going on Rumble. I had to go back and forth, so I didn't get a chance to interact with you guys as much. I apologize for all of that. How's Rumble being Rumble? Make sure you are following the Girl Dad Official. Again, his link tree is in the description. All his links are there. He's got a huge following on Facebook, 150,000. I wish I had that.
174.
Oh, there you go. 174.
You
My
you
bad. I'm
you're
sorry.
like
I was a little
24,000
short.
shy, all
I'm
right?
sorry. I was a little short on that. My bad. My bad. He's on Instagram. He's also on
11,000 on
Twitter.
Instagram, all right?
It's fucking nice. Good to go, man. Good to go. But we will be back Friday evening. Myself and Scott will be back. We have Athena Clark hanging with us. She is running for New York City Council District 45, I believe, in Brooklyn. She will be on for the first hour with us to come hang and talk about our campaign. Obviously, we got election day coming up pretty soon. So yeah, we're good. We got her. Then the following week, what do we got? God, I gotta look who we have. I can't remember who we have, but I know the following week after that, that Friday is our Halloween episode. So we'll all be dressed up somehow. I still don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I gotta figure that out. But with that said, let's get ready to get this raid going. We're gonna head over to Off Label Podcast. They're good dudes over there and whatnot. And fam, it's all good. Hopefully this works because everything's been a fucking pain in the ass.
It'll
It
work
is what
just
it
fine,
is.
I promise.
Yeah, just I
I
hope
put some
so
mojo
because
on
like
it, you're good to go.
Rumble has just been fucking killing me, man. Well, I'm the Rig Red One guy signing out. And remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. And I will see you all on Friday, fam. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Let me hit end broadcast.